Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another video on New Year's Eve, one day before 2025, and United lose again. Familiar story. Familiar story. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Hit the like button if you can. Maybe there'll be others joining, but for now, we got man like Wasim and Coop Baller. Mandem, what are we saying, Mandem?
Where do we start, man? Where do we start, man? I don't know.
Yeah. It's difficult, man. It's difficult.
Bro, we couldn't even. We conceded after 4 minutes. People didn't even get their hot chocolates and tea ready. We conceded.
Saeed, did you leave early? Because obviously I saw you before the game and
no, I left at injury time. I left on like the 91st minute. I think there was 4 minutes added on, right?
Yeah.
So
you saw it coming. You saw it coming.
Listen, we did better than what we thought anyway. I thought it was gonna be 3-0, guys. It was 2-0. So at least it wasn't a spanking that we thought, but I don't know where we start, man. Is there a point in explaining the game? Like, where do we even start with this football club, man? Like, man, we're finished, you know. Like, I'm already saying that, yo, we're not gonna be signing anyone in January as well. Like, broski, we're done. Like, honestly, relegate us, man. Honestly, man, relegate us. Because, boy, we need this. We need this cleansing, man. We need this deep cleansing, man, them. Like, honestly, ain't no signing gonna change us. Like, we need to get these players out. We need to get most of these players out. 90% of the squad need to go. Not many can stay behind.
But how's that gonna work if we're not signing anyone in January? Then that means you got to get rid of a lot of players in the summer, which that's gonna draw us back another 2-3 transfer windows anyway. I don't know, like Ineos.
Bro, you gotta make it done. You got to do it. Ineos, bro, they're on fraud watch.
Nah, Ineos are frauds, man. I realize it. Ineos are frauds.
Bro, they're on fraud watch right now, man.
Their first mistake was actually keeping Ten Hag, man.
Broski. Like, man seeing families there. Bro, I sat to 2 people today. I think it was her daughter and the dad. Guess where they came from? They came from Australia. They came from Australia, man, to witness this today, man. Them. Australia. I feel sorry for them.
Wow.
Bro, we can't keep a clean sheet. We always concede him first. There is literally no saving this football club. Like, I feel like we should just fold it, bro. End it. End it. Wasim, talk to us, man. Talk to me, bro, Wasim. How do you sum up tonight?
Yeah, to be honest, when I saw the lineup, obviously the news was Rashford back in the squad. But then one of my friends, I was at gym, so one of my friends was saying he might start, but then obviously he was on the bench. But I think he's just got Rashford's situation's got to play out however it's going to play. But regarding starting 11, I was a bit disappointed in areas, to be honest. I thought the wing back area, I wanted a change. I mentioned it the past couple of weeks. I need one of the wing backs at minimum to be a winger, and I've had enough of Delo as left wing back. I watched him continuously. He cannot play that. He cannot play that position to anywhere near a competent level, and is holding us back. Mazraoui, again, I've repeated, as good as a player he is, he's not a wing back in this system. You play him in the back three, ideally right of the back three. Similar how Conte played Azpilicueta right-sided of the back three, because that player can step in, he can drift out to the right, and they've got that positional awareness and so forth. and then maybe play a wing back on the right, either Anthony or even you can move Ahmad back in that position again. And then the centre mids, huge problem because the mobility, we saw with Ericsson, Casemiro, we mentioned it before even Amorim arrived, we mentioned it, that the spaces on the side of the midfielders are a huge issue in this system because the wing backs are going to be back, so therefore it's just two, and then the spaces on the outside, and we think we saw that for their second goal in the build-up. So that's another issue. They're basically the outer centre backs have to step in. If they don't step in, basically the two centre mids are going to be flooded, and that's what happened. Or you get the two number 10s, they have to go left mid and right mid, so it becomes a 5-4-1. But that wasn't happening either, so that was an issue, and that's something that tweaks Amorim has to make. And then we conceded too early. Even though Newcastle in very good form, good team, good players, the physical flooring of their team is very good. Loads of quality players. For example, Isaac. Yeah, I used to, one of my friends, he supports Madrid. I go before they sign Mbappe, they should sign Isaac because Isaac number 9 for Real Madrid would be amazing because of his hold up play, link up play, can score goals. It was suit Rodrigo and Vinny to the T. Yeah, big up Suj in the comments as well. And yeah, we conceded too early, and then the second goal came after like 20 minutes as well. So then it was backs against the wall. Obviously, what happened with Xerxes, the sub needed to be made. He was the sacrificial lamb. The fans booing him. I don't know what I hate. I absolutely hate it. This is what I hate. Fans that go to matches, they think they're this. They think they're above everyone else, or they think they're this. You know when they back the manager when it's like beyond reasonability. Do you know when they backed Oli beyond reasonability? They backed Ten Hag beyond reasonability. Oh, we're proper fans. Us. Where are those proper fans today? You're booing. No. You're booing a new signing. You get what I mean? And the second half, Kobe came on. We got a bit more control in the game. We should have taken chances here and there. Casemiro had a good chance. I remember. I think late in the second half. But to be honest, it's bit of the same old. To be honest, but obviously we've got other lads on the panel, so I'll let them carry on.
Yeah, shout out to Suj for gifting 5 membership, bro. Always love my bro. Coot baller, bro. Like, people said to me, "Yo, Saeed, why are you moaning? You want to suffer, innit, brother?" Nah, I'm not built for this shit, bro. I can't lie. They broke me tonight, bro. No, they broke me. I don't know if I can do this with these group of players, bro. Do you know what I mean, man? I don't want to know this, bro. I don't.
Saeed, these players don't deserve our suffering. You suffer for different players, but not these players.
Not these players, yeah, facts. But Coot Baller, what are you saying, bro, man? How do you assess this, my brother?
First of all, I'm glad I was at Old Trafford, but I'm glad I didn't go to the game because this would have made me 10 times way more annoyed. But honestly, although Manchester United have been bad, I was in shock because the team cannot play football. How can you not play 5 or 6 passes? How can the striker not know how to control the ball? You're playing for Manchester United. That's another thing. I think Manchester United fans, because we've been so low, I think we've kind of adapted to lower quality players and try and find reasons to justify why these players are Manchester United, rather than saying these players are not good enough for the level that Amorim wants to take this club to. You know what I'm saying? Højlund cannot keep the ball. And I admit he is a good finisher. When he has good chances, he scores. But if you cannot keep a ball that's coming to your feet, you don't know what decision to make, whether to pass it, whether to wrestle 7 defenders. Football is a game that's played in your head. It's not played with your feet. So you don't need to be wrestling 2 or 3 players when the ball's at your feet. Hold one man off and pass the ball to the next person. You don't need to be keeping the ball and holding. We don't care about how strong you are. We want to score goals. We're not watching the game to see you wrestle 3 or 4 players. That's one thing. So we don't have a focal point, but we spent a lot of money on that. Xerxes, like what he mentioned, I don't think you should be booing him off. I think that's really harsh because there were other players that I felt didn't actually play good either. Dalot's been bad for however, we know how long he's been bad for. Casemiro, Ericsson, we don't need to go into that. We already know those two are not going to work together. Another thing is Casemiro and Ericsson in Amorim's system, those two have to really be good at applying pressure on the ball when we don't have the ball. They're not going to be able to do that because he clearly wants them to press high. We saw against Ipswich what he was telling Casemiro to do. Hence why we've not seen Casemiro And obviously, I know Casemiro's a good footballer, but at the same time, off the ball matters a lot to how Amorim wants to play. So if that's going to be a big part of his football, then I think it's important to know that it's not going to work, because Casemiro's not going to do that high press for 90 minutes. That's not going to work. It's as simple as that. And on the ball, let's be real, Eriksen and Casemiro weren't good on the ball today either. And we lost the game because the midfield couldn't keep the ball. And we've been seeing this, how like we're getting ran by Joe Linton, respectfully, what's his name? Bruno Guimaraes in the midfield. They were overpowering our midfield in every sense. When Newcastle decided to retreat, that's when we had the ball. And obviously, Kobe Mainoo came on, but they were already 2-0 up. Another thing is, Lisandro. First season, I absolutely loved him. But we have to have a conversation, because the 2 goals, I mean, the first one, he didn't even go across to even mark Isak, which there's 3 centre-backs. So I'm confused as to why you're not going across to at least try and win the ball. United's probably the first team I've seen that does zonal marking in open play. Like, what are you doing marking zones? Like, are the defenders going to actually go and engage? The second one, we could clearly tell that was aerial prowess and physical. He was just overpowered and outjumped by Joe Linton. That's going to be a problem. If that's going to keep happening, then I'm sorry, Licha, we're going to have to look for a replacement. It's as simple as that. So United, what it is the standard Amorim probably came to the club with is, I want us to be here. But the players have been so used to this standard, and they can't play consistently every game. We've been seeing this over the years. So I'm happy, keep the same system. But a lot of these players have to clearly go, because they're not going to be able to cut it for where Amorim wants to take us. And I think today it was really shocking. I mean, it was disheartening, but it was shocking to see how a Newcastle team can come to Old Trafford and do that. Like, if that doesn't hurt the players, I don't know. But my last thing to say as well is, I think that United do get back in positions, but they're not aggressive enough to try and win the ball. Like, you see players get back, they're all back, set in a good position, but the man's on the edge of your box and you're not engaging to even tackle him. Like, I'm confused. Are you not ashamed, like, when you watch the game back and, like, you're not even going to engage to tackle, to try and even win the ball? Like, I'm not understanding. No. Honestly, I'm not understanding. But yeah, again, they were terrible. They didn't deal with crosses again. And I mean, we didn't create enough real clear chances. I mean, we could have scored probably 2-3 goals. But based off our performance, I don't think that would have helped us anyway. Like, yeah, we draw, we win, but we play that bad at home. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Bro, you spoke facts, man. I don't want to see Lisandro ever again, bro. That guy, bro. I swear down, bro. I don't want to see half of this team again. Lisandro, man. The guy bottled it, man. He gave up, man. He gave up, Lisandro. He gave up, man. A lot of these players giving up, bro. Get them out, man. You buckling under pressure, bro. World Cup winners. Some of them are World Cup winners.
Crazy.
The man have played in serious leagues. Casemiro, bro. Done with him, man. Like, generally, end the contract. Done. Eriksen, done. I'm done with half of these players, bro. Done with them, bro. Get them gone, man. I don't care about your name. Go, man. Respectfully, done. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Mazraoui looking absolutely average right now. Getting cooked. You know, I don't know if we've played him too much to the point where he's just burnt out. I don't know what's going on with Mazraoui. Broski, it's absolutely finished, guys, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, all of your favorites have to go. We have to be done now, man. Done. Ange, what are you saying, bro? What time did you watch the game? Oh, 1 second, you're on mute. Say that again, bro.
I watched it live, like 7 a.m. Australia time. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the fans that have their players that they like Bruno and Rashford, they're like, see, Bruno and Rashford, they were the reasons we were even in games. They don't get it, bro. They just don't get it. This team has, you know what has become really obvious? This team has a dangerous combination. It's the combination where we lack athleticism and physical traits. So we get outmatched everywhere across the whole pitch physically. And then we lack the technical ability as well. Like the two main characteristics you need in modern football, your physical attributes and then your technical attributes. We don't have either. Like we can't keep the ball, we can't create chances, and then when we lose the ball, we can't win the ball back. Like it's honestly, it's the worst that I've ever seen it. And the thing is, this squad, Saeed, has gotten worse. Not since our heydays. Not since our heyday. Not since Rooney and Tevez and Ronaldo. Not since then. I'm talking about 5 years ago. Rasmus Højlund couldn't lace Martial's boots. Martial's a 10 times better player than Rasmus Højlund.
But bro, I don't want to look backwards, Ange, man. I'm sorry, man. Martial's gone. We have to move on, man.
No, I'm not saying we should bring Martial back. I'm saying the reason we're in this predicament now where we're fighting a relegation battle is our squad has gotten worse over the last 5 years. It hasn't got it's not like we're getting closer to 2013. We're getting further away from it. Like our current group is the worst group that I've ever seen, and the signings have been terrible. And I'm not sure, bro. I'm cheering on for Ipswich to lose, for Wolves to lose, for Everton to lose. That's like I'm looking at their scores. I'm not looking at what Liverpool are doing or what Chelsea are doing. I'm looking at the bottom of the table to make sure that we're not in a because there's no guarantee of survival, man. And Amran's come out today and said we can't do anything in January. There should be riots if we can't do anything in January. There's a genuine risk that we get relegated. We have to do something in January just to safeguard our position in the Premier League. Just to safeguard our position in the Premier League, we have to spend on players that are going to improve this team in January. It's a must, cuz.
Bro, man, I telling me to say sorry to apologize to Eric Ten Hag. Piss off, man. Seriously, piss off.
He got us into the situation. You know what I mean? He got us into the situation.
You get timed out, man. You get timed out for foolishness like that, bro. We're in this squad because of this fucking bold fucking. Oh man, swear down, bro. Please don't test me, man. I'm done, man. I'm done as it is, man. I don't even know if I can go back to Old Trafford, man. I'll be real with you. Like,
what was it like in the stadium today? How was it like when Xerxes got booed? Was it loud?
Bro, they're disgrace, bro. It was loud, man. First they started cheering and then booing. It's a disgrace, man. But you know what?
Went down the tunnel to cry,
they claim to be, like, nah, man, that's bullshit, bro. You get me? That's bullshit. I'm sure when they go home, they'll be embarrassed, man. Let me just get these super chats in. No signs in January means relegation, boys. Lawlessness needs to change his hilarious prediction of winning 50% of games pre-Wolves to losing 90% of games left. He should be drug tested. Bloody hell. Lissandra can't defend aerial attacks. He exposed. Not gonna lie, this storm. Big up to Adam. Not gonna lie, this storm is turning into a hurricane. Wallahi, this is dark. Anyhow, we get out in Trance's time like this, build character. This is going to be crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. TV off. And big up Saeed. Hit the likes, people. As a goon, I can't even banter United. I remember prime United versus Arsenal days, and I see football. This football is dead with both teams in the mud, bro. Man's talking about and big up to New says surely Amran could have started better players. The midfield versus Newcastle suicidal work. Listen, New, I think the manager's got a lot to blame today, but I feel like for me, there's a bigger picture. Guys, there's a bigger picture. It's shit versus shit. The bench is shit. What did the bench do apart from Mainu? Mainu done. You know what? I give Mainu today at least a lot of something today. He tried today, bro. But that's a youngster we're relying on. What did the bench do? What did it solve? It's not. There's no one single player that's going to change this, man. Them. Like this.
This is the state of the bench.
I know.
I'll read it out to you. Yeah,
go read it out.
In there. Yeah. So obviously Kobe came on, Euro came on, Garnacho came on, practically did nothing. Anthony came on last 7 minutes, not enough time. So you had Bayande, Godwill, Bukunki, Malacia, Collier, Rashford going. So basically you had Bayende, Kukonki, Malacia, and Toby Collier as the options.
Bro, what's that, man?
What would you do with that?
What would you do with that? But bench. Can we change the team a little bit?
That's $400 million.
Bro, it's dead, man. Wait, wallahi, I'm telling you now, guys, yeah. Broski, it's not even watchable anymore. It's honestly, guys, it's not watchable. Man United are not watchable now. Everything that Amran tells me, that ID, there's no ID. I'm sorry. Miss with the bullshit of ID. There's no ID.
Can I ask you,
it's not down to him, but please, there is no ID with his footballers. Let's not lie to ourselves. There's no ID. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm not saying you want this to happen, but are you worried for Amran?
Yes, I am. Seriously. I'm worried for Amran. Amran could go or he could walk. I tell him to walk before they sack him. These fucking idiots. They don't dare sack anyone, mate. They're frauds, mate, yeah? Honestly, bro, Amran should walk, mate, rather than being told to get sacked, bro. Because he's frauds, bro. They literally wasted all of our time, yeah? Hired the manager mid-through season, yeah? And expect miracles with this shit team. Are you joking? But it's a results-based business. You can't keep losing. You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot keep losing. I'm sorry. Just doesn't work. That's how life works, bro. I've seen prime ministers go. You know what I mean? These guys have gone, bro. After how long? Bro, Liz Truss. How long was Liz Truss here?
A day, I think. What was it? Somewhat short.
She was here for what? 40 days, Liz Truss. Has this manager been here for 40 days? I don't know. Like, man, bro. This could happen, you know.
There's no doubt it can happen. If we're in a regulation battle in a few months' time, then they're going to have no choice but to change him.
Bro, there's no one saving us right now. Unless you rebuild and reset, there's no one or nothing saving this. I'm telling you guys, man. This is a deep-rooted issue. That's why I'm like, yo, Mandem, if we got relegated, I think that would be benefit to our club. You know why?
Saeed, man, don't say that. I can't do that.
No, Mandem. I was the one that did. No. Relegate us, man. I told you.
That, bro.
Championship. You know why? Because everyone that can F off, man.
Would be in a financial mess, Saeed. Would be in a
No, Mandem, I don't care, bro. Yeah? I'll come back with this football club, yeah? From the championship all the way back up. I swear down. If that means the Glazers go, if that means all of these high-paid players go, yeah, and we play with youngsters, yeah, I'm telling you, whoever wants to remain, yeah, in terms of any good player that I rate, yeah, for like Amad Diallo, they stay in the championship, cool. If you go, I'll start again. I don't mind. I'll start again, man.
Not going with the Qataris killed us, man. It killed us.
Bro, forget that. It's done. What's already done cannot be, like, we can't go back in time.
Yeah, Ineos, bro. Ineos are not competent. They've proved it. Man,
I'm not concussed, Gareth. I'm not. We need a total reset.
I said championship.
Brother, we can't compete.
Nah.
Brian, what are you saying, bro? Can you hear us? Oh,
he's frozen.
No, I think he's just gathering his thoughts.
He's frozen. Oh.
No, your mic is not on, I think. Yeah. Let me just get this super chat here. This season comes down to Southampton. We can't win that game. Difficult conversation. Dan Ashworth deserves to be sacked. What plan behind Xerxes signing? They are our Glazers buying for buying sake. Van der Beek 2.0. Can you hear us, Brian, now? No, can't hear you, bro.
To be fair, we've got worse since Ashworth left, you know. We've lost so many.
Bro, we've got worse. It's everything, bro. This is apparently the worst start to a manager's career.
That's crazy.
We've done that to one of the top up-and-coming managers in world football.
That doesn't make sense, bro.
Brother, we have literally...
He didn't lose the league game this season with Sporting.
And he's lost how many? Now? How many games has he lost, Mandem?
Bro.
I don't know. He's lost 4 in the last 5. I know that.
5 games in total? 5 out of
Now, how many
like,
games he lost in total, guys?
In total, we lost
Yeah,
that
5.
Shout attack to me.
5 or 6? How much?
5
It's
games.
8 games, is it?
8?
No,
8 losses.
8? Nah,
No, he
that's
hasn't
too
lost
much.
8.
No, it's 6. 6 in 11, is it? 5 in the last 6, though.
Yeah, 5 in the last 6, so it must be like 7 then.
Man, them are telling me too many numbers, bro. Tell me the right number.
I think it's 7. It's probably 7.
Right.
Broski, tell me the right number, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's 6, apparently.
Yeah, I've got 6.
The Ipswich
6
game
Premier
was the
League.
first
Got
one.
6 in total or 6 in the Premier League?
6 in total.
So 6, and how many has he managed?
He's managed from Ipswich 3 add 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and 2.
6.
11.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, 11.
6 losses in 11 games.
Wow.
That's 21 goals conceded. That's not
That's
good
more
enough,
than
man.
half in it. That's like about 55%, 59%.
And how many draws like that? And we've won. We've beaten Victoria Pilsen. We've beaten
We beat
Everton.
City.
We beat
And then,
City.
Bodo Glimt, where we turned it around 3-2.
4.
And that's it.
That's
4.
it.
Drew to Ipswich.
And half these teams
Brother.
have a budget of like $1 million.
Bruh.
These are
Brother.
lowly teams. It's not like they're Premier League
to
teams.
beat City as well, but City's that doesn't reach the derby and they're off form as well. So it's kind of like
We're
We
done.
could have lost that
man.
so easily.
Done.
We won it in the last 5 minutes. We were down 1-0 the whole game, you know. Like,
exactly that was a
And
smashing.
everybody's
Done.
beating City. But
Over, man.
there is a big question to ask around: can Amran play in a different way? Like,
No,
if
he
something's
said
not
no.
working-
He said I'd rather
Yeah,
walk. He said.
Yeah, and I think because he doesn't know how. That's the problem. And this is I raised this.
No, it's not about that though. It's about fundamentally keeping the system, because these players have had so many times where, oh, but what about the players? Fuck the players, man.
Yeah, but Saeed,
No, but
okay.
that's not.
we
That's
like
not.
we
That
like
makes
to
no sense.
we like
The
to
thing
talk
is,
about systems, but
if
if you
it's-
look at the goals, look at the goals that.
No, but
look at the
if
goals
something's
that-
not working, you can't be like Ange
Yeah.
Postecoglou. Something's not working. What you have to do is you have to play a system that suits the qualities of your
But
players.
tell me, how would the system change the goals that we conceded today? That's
Bro.
basic football.
No, but the question is, can you create a system where you're conceding less chances or less obvious chances?
I don't think we give the opposition in the last 5, 6, 7 games clear chances as such as what it seems. I don't think so.
No, it's not what it's.
Yeah,
as
but
what
we're
it
not,
seems,
we're,
no.
we're not creating. We are no threat to score. Like, we're not creating anything.
Can you guys
either.
hear me now?
Like,
Yes, clearly.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
we're not creating anything either. Like, so the thing is, and this was a concern that I raised. I love Amron so much more than Ten Hag. I'm not saying anything disparate, but you need to be able to have variations in the way you play to suit the like if the wing back role for Dalot is not suiting and he suits the back four system better, or Mazraoui suits a different system better, you need to be able to go, all right, let me change the way I play to suit the qualities of the players. What he's trying to do now is just fit everything. He's very stuck. Like, he wants his way, and if the players don't fit, that's a major issue. We're just going to continue losing games. You need to be able to vary it up, change it up a little bit.
But that's what Ten Hag did, and it got him in trouble. Like, he went to suit the players that we had, and then that's where we started having more problems. Like, I don't think that's the solution. I just think some of the players just need to go.
It's not a solution. This goes all the way back to Jose Mourinho, right? Jose had a plan. He had an idea how he wanted to play. The Glazers didn't back him. They signed players he didn't want. Rinse and repeat, we got Ole. Same thing happened. Ole wanted Haaland. He wanted obviously Bellingham, and maybe it's hard to get such players. It didn't happen. Rinse and repeat, he got sacked. Ten Hag came in. He had ideas of how he wanted to play. He ended up changing his system after getting smashed by Brentford. What happened? Yes, we won a trophy. Yes, we did in the next season. What happened? We fell off completely like a rock. guys, like we keep seeing the same thing repeating, and fans want to continue the cycle again. You want the manager to get sacked. We get someone that maybe steady the ship. Remember, people like Amorim even mentioned it today that people get sacked. Like when managers come in, it's because the previous manager was sacked. So why did Ole come in? Jose Mourinho got sacked, and people blamed everything on Jose, right? And then you brought in Ole, he got results. But what happened that same season that Ole was getting results, things fell off. But we still hired him. We are not recruiting for a plan. If you hire a manager, he has a plan, he has an idea, you recruit for that idea. Now, the one reason why I'm saying we should go with Amorim over anyone else, for the most part, is because he's a young, up-and-coming manager that has shown himself to be very good at getting the best out of. You look at Sporting's team, I don't think they have that many world-class players, if I'm being honest. They just have the right profiles of players. We don't have the right profiles for, if, like people are saying, oh, we should switch to a 4-2-3-1. We were getting murdered in that system. A 4-3-3, we were getting killed in that system. Yeah. Look at our attack. What is it called? Garnacho left wing, really? Is that really our top-level attacker that you want to switch the whole system for? 4-2-3-1? Which DMs do we have? Just Ugarte that has legs in our midfield? Who's the world-class team? Bruno Fernandes? Like, guys, we don't have a team. Like, I'm seeing people lose their mind saying, oh, just change the formation. To do what? We got smashed 7-0 playing this 4-2-3-1 at Anfield. We got destroyed Manchester City so many times. Like, people have forgotten. Just go back and look at previous season's results.
But no one, so that doesn't make sense. So no one's asking, let's go back to the Ten Hag era and play. What I'm saying is, if the qualities of your players do not suit the system that you want to play, then you need to make alterations. This is not asking for him to change his philosophy. It's you can change the formation.
Explain to me, what would you change right now? What would you change? You're telling to change, right?
I would go back to a back four. I think a back four suits.
Oh my God, man! Seriously,
I'd go back to.
That's what I'm saying. Why did you bring this manager then? What's the point in sacking him then?
It's too problematic.
This manager. That's not the point.
It's the point. You let the players win.
You don't even suit
the players win, bro.
Let me respond. So if Amorim is, I play a back five with wing backs, and that's my system, and then that's not right, man. You have a core philosophy. The core philosophy is in the patterns that you build up and the way you play. His core philosophy is not, I have to play with wing backs and that's the only way I play. If that means he's too rigid, he's too structured, that he doesn't suit the qualities of the players that he has, and he's too green.
You're focusing far too much on the formation.
This is a manager that's never played any other system in his life. That is a concern. He's never played any other system in his life.
It's proven to be good, though, right?
But also,
has it? Look at his European results.
What are we doing?
Look at his European.
Are you kidding me?
I always said, look at his European results. That was always a concern to me. His European results were never that
like
good.
Sporting were meant to do well in Europe.
Ange, not this
Ten
season,
Hag did so much better in Europe than
not this season with Sporting. Remember, with Sporting, they have not been a team that's actually done well in Europe, unlike Benfica, unlike FC Porto. They had to, like, people think, the Portuguese league is not everything, it's not all that, but Sporting were not a team ever close to winning the league. They were never there. Like, it was never a conversation.
17 years.
For almost 20 years. So to say, to now think that Sporting now have the right to do well in Europe, it makes zero sense. Like, they never have a squad. Like, Ajax at least have history. We played them in the Europa League final with Jose. At least they have history of getting to finals or doing well in the Champions League. Sporting don't have neither history of doing that. So at the end of the day, for me, the formation, you guys are thinking too much about it. The whole point of the wing backs is just to hold width. That's it. It's not rocket science.
Like, if you got players playing in that position, they need to have certain qualities to flourish in that role. Yeah, if you don't have those,
but he just needs to play more attacking. He just needs to change.
But the thing is, so at the moment, when the ball goes to Dalot or Mazraoui, it's a dead end. We are creating no.
Because they're not right in that system.
We had the same issue with our wingers because
they're playing so comfortable against us. They love it when it goes. So if you watch the game before when we played against Wolves away, they were on purpose leaving Dalot so we could pass to him. And then as soon as he got the ball, they were loving it because they knew our attack would die. So unless you get another player that can play that role well, You need to be able to adjust to the qualities of your play.
Yeah,
That is
but-
coaching 101. That's
no
coaching
other
101.
team-
That's the basics of coaching.
No other team in the Premier League does this, right? Let's look at the other fullbacks in the Premier League. Give them space and time. Give Newcastle's fullback space and time to cross. Wasn't it Hall that put in the ball for Joelinton today? We just don't have quality.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
I know.
Our fullbacks are shit. They have not
Also-
contributed anything meaningful for years.
Also, another thing is people need to realize, and Amarim said at the beginning, you can very much make a 3-4-3 adaptable and interchange that system during the game or how you play. Also, it's the players, like he said, a lot of the players, a lot of these Man United players don't have football IQ. I don't think when you watch football, you have to understand it. For example, let's look at Inter Milan. They use a similar system with the three centre-back. I'm telling you the truth. I've seen some of these centre-backs run with the ball or go higher than the centre midfielders. And sometimes you see Barella, you see Çalhanoğlu, you see what's his name as well, Mkhitaryan drop in behind them. Because sometimes in a game, you have to see, like, the players have to have IQ. You can't just play a rigid 3-4-3 because what happens is we see it. Onana passes the ball to Maguire to Lisandro to Dalot. The other team presses. You pass it to Casemiro, Eriksen. They pass it back to Lisandro, back to Maguire. Recycle the ball. And United don't break that first line of midfield. We don't break it. None of the
De Ligt
players
as
in
well,
midfield.
man. De Ligt as well. I've got some concerns, man. He's for me, he's cowardly. He don't want to push out with the ball, man. You know, I'm sorry, man. He's too, for me, stagnant, man. He's too safe for me, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, he needs to come out.
Finally.
But
No. Genuinely,
you see
I'm seeing some concerns about De Ligt. And this is, I'm not writing him off here, but today he was a coward. He was a coward today, De Ligt, you know. Coward, bro. This is why I'm calling everyone out, man. I'm not scared to call people out. De Ligt today was a coward. He didn't get the ball and move into space. Go move with the ball into space, bro. Why are you holding onto the ball, passing it back, bro?
Don't do that enough, though.
They don't do it enough, man. You have to have progressive centre-backs.
It
It would
doesn't
be so
work.
much worse. It'd be so much worse in a 4 because Zillet doesn't really pass out like that. It would be so much worse.
Yeah, it's so much worse.
It would be a huge problem. People forget that Mazraoui was really, again, key for us playing out at the back. But what our team's going to do, they'll just mark Mazraoui. Like, they'll just close him down.
Exactly.
That's like, people, like, again, you just need to go back and watch United under Ten Hag, right? And see what was happening to the team. People seem to have forgotten because we've lost so much recent. Just go back and watch this season, watch last season. Even if you want to go back, watch under Ole, you will see the same frustrations. We don't play out of the back well. We're a terrible high-pressing team. We don't know how to press. Remember when Ragnick came in, godfather of pressing? Not with Manchester United. He could, like, this is the guy that was, his whole philosophy was high pressing, but he couldn't do it here at Man United. Doesn't that tell you guys something? Doesn't tell you guys something that this team is broken.
It's broken.
Yeah, broken, man.
Let me just get these super chats in and we'll get Rhino in. Guys, it's 3.2k in the building. Hit the like button, man. This is 12:49 a.m. Hit the like button. Get these likes to 1,000 mods. Please push the likes up. Big up to Bruno and the rest are bad. I feel Bruno makes our analysis on the games too easy at times. Take up the whole analysis. They're all including Bruno. Donna Dusty says, can you explain why we can't take point deductions, violate FFP and get rid of Casemiro, Bruno, Anthony and Rashford? Broski, I have no clue right now. Hussein,
I'd
big
like
up
to
to you.
answer that question.
We'll get back to it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Big up to Hussein. Big up to Mateus. He says, Bayern fan here, you can see why we let go of De Ligt. Bloody hell, man. Don't start me. The Boss TV says, none of these United players are good enough. If our manager went to another club tomorrow, watch how quick the players would adapt. 98% poor team. Ahmad Yoro, Kobe, keep system, don't matter. Poor squad. Amri lost the dressing room, no doubt, says Ayale. And big up Shaku says, 3 at the back is not working in the Premier League. I told long time ago you will get relegated in this formation. But yeah, you wanna talk about that one?
The finances really quick. So
yeah, go for it.
It's kind of frustrating me the way the Glazers are they're kind of sliding out of getting blame here because Ineos are at the forefront of what's supposed to change. So Manchester United in the last 3 seasons, FFP were allowed to lose about 100 million, right? 100 or 105 million, something like that. We've lost 400 million. Guys, 400 million pounds. We barely escape without getting fined. So yes, United can go in and probably spend more money and we'll probably get points deduction or something like that. And I think we should do it because there's really no chance with building this squad without breaking some rules. So the Glazers, we're not talking about them enough for me. Like, yeah, I'm fine criticizing Ineos and all that stuff, but like, guys, these guys have killed us. They've killed this club. They've killed this club so much. Like, everything comes down to them. Whether you like Ineos or don't, it comes down to them. So for me, I've said it a number of times. The only time this club is going to actually take action, enough significant action, and Ineos cannot do it on their own because they are minority shareholders, guys. They are in the minority. You still need Glazer backing. You still need Glazers to approve certain things. It's not just Ineos. You need them to approve spending. You need, like, all these cuts you're seeing, it's not just Ineos making the decisions. The fans need to be aware of that. So, guys, if you want to move forward, you want this club to change, yeah, a relegation, maybe it will help get them out, maybe. But the whole fan base needs to come together, man. Like, this whole thing of it's one person's fault, it's Ineos' fault, it's everybody. Everybody is our fault. When the clubs get to this position where you're nearly relegated, there's no one that can escape blame. There's no one that can escape blame.
Troy says here, Saeed, you flex KG, all cowards, love calling out players. The manager who chooses the players from our squad. Have Chess stop being a coward, sack Amarin. Brother, you said the same thing about Ten Hag, bro. And then you said, go and get Amarin. Like, you'll say the same thing again with the new manager, man. Allow it, Troy, man. Like, bro, I'm trying to think of the bigger picture, bro. And you're just going to blame the next manager. So we're here, same place, Troy. Sack. What's the solution, bro? Come on, man. Let's think logically here, man. Rhino, what are you saying, bro?
Yes, man. Big up, everyone. You lot are just panicking, man. I'm gonna say it straight. The fan base are panicking, and I hear it because we've never been in this position before, innit? Cool, fair play, but come on, man. Like, there's so many things I want to kind of dissect, but let me. Where should I start? All right, cool. Everyone panicking with the whole in-your stuff and whatever. I'm gonna take a bit of a point of what Brian made. Like, at the end of the day, we're in a position where we kind of knew what we had already. And maybe Copium and Hopium thought that Ruben will come in and get more out of these players. That's what we wanted, right? Ten Hag, you come on, get out of this club. There's a better manager that can get more out of these players. You had what's it called? Leon talking about Gary O'Neill and that. That's how dark it got. Yeah, cool. Like, we've got Ruben Amorim in, and it's gone worse than everyone thought. But how about, guys? This is the storm. How about this is the bad times? How strong are we as a fan base to try and hold on to faith and hope that we can turn this around? Maybe, yes, we're realizing the players are worse than we thought, but at the same time, maybe we need to realize or remember, because I'm sure if you guys trigger your memory, and remember how bad United are. When we talk about the culture of the club and we talk about how bad it is and it's like a poison and that, we forget that when we win games or when we get a new manager or we buy players, we forget all of that. The reality is, bruv, this is how bad the club is. And this is the rot that we're going to have to go through to get to a better place. Whether it's relegation, whether it's Ruben figures it out, doesn't figure it out, gets sacked, keep him, whatever. At the end of the day, we just need to try and look at the positives, yeah? For when Amarin came in, there was a lot of positive signs we took, yeah? Just 2 weeks ago, everyone was saying Kobe Manu shit. He's had one good game today. Oh, Kobe Manu. Yes, Saeed, I know what you're going to say. Give credit where it's due and judge it game by game. But some of the comments people made about Manu, and then, like, I feel like as a fan base, and I'm growing myself too, pause. But I feel like as a fan base, we're too reactionary. Just last month, everyone's saying Palmer's finished. He was just a one-season wonder. Now he's getting back into the form. Like, everything's so reactionary. Like, we're in an era where everything has to happen quick. Wow, this right
Sorry,
now,
but it's
I
not
think
reactionary though, because you know why?
It is.
Did you envisage 6 losses in 11 games?
But Saeed, that's the thing. It's not about what you envisioned.
That's the question.
No, okay, but Saeed, you envisioned a rainstorm, but now we're having volcanoes and that. That's on us that we didn't judge the storm as bad. We bought a raincoat, but maybe we should have had some other stuff, bro. I'm telling you, man, listen to what I'm saying, yeah? I get it. It's bad, yeah? Ruben's made a lot of mistakes today. He doesn't get off lightly. But the reality of the situation is, bro, it's gonna take time, bro. When January until
do you believe in the people that are saying
we have to and we have to until
it's not about we have to though.
Okay, but no, but Saeed, listen. Okay, right now you're cussing Ineos. January comes, they do 2 signings. Then what? Do you take back your cusses? We have to think differently. We have to change our mentality. We can criticize it, but you're writing them off.
You see the manager, what he's come out with the quotes.
But we don't
dealing with the facts right now.
Okay, but we don't. Ruben,
the thing is, I'm dealing with what's been said right now.
Okay, so we might as well
do. I'm dealing with the reality of what I've seen. You're dealing with hope.
Yes, that's true.
You're dealing with
it's not hope. It's not about hope.
You are dealing with hope. You are.
No, do you know why? Do you know why it's not about hope? Because at the end of the day, I've seen everyone flip-flop through all the games. Dramatic flip-flops. Not just little, I got this one wrong. Okay, maybe we're a bit wrong about Amra. Dramatic flip-flops, bro. From you even, Saeed. I've seen it myself.
Saying what?
One person's good, one person's good, he's great. Even Mazraoui, like, everyone's turning bad. But are we not going to say Mazraoui needs to cut? He's not good enough. Or we're going to start doing revisionism.
He's going through a bad time. He's going through a bad time.
Yes, but think why then? Even if someone like Mazraoui, our best player, is going downhill, what can you expect from the street players? Is what I'm trying to tell you. What can you expect from the likes of
Garnacho? What is this copium, man? Seriously,
it's not copium.
It is
You're
copium.
Right.
All you're doing is
January hasn't even ended, and you're already saying
you are telling yourself a lie that everything's going to be magically okay.
No.
I'm just letting you know.
Saeed, do you know what I'm telling myself?
How I feel right now.
Do you know what I'm telling myself? Do you want me to tell you what I'm telling myself? I'm telling myself that maybe this is a lot worse than we thought it was. Let me still keep my same mentality and be strong through this, because it's the tough times that test your mentality. Tough times test you. It builds your character for the future. Rod, you know, look at what Alex Ferguson did. I know that's one of example, but even Arteta, you could use the example of Arteta. If we had the same mentality it's Man United are bad squads. It's similar, bro. We're more similar to Arteta's situation compared to Chelsea, compared to Liverpool. We're more closer to that. If you have to compare projects, we're more closer to the Arsenal kind of problem, where there was too much rot at the club. They had to completely reset. And that's what we need at United. I'm not justifying to say that it's going to happen or whatever, but I don't think you lot have judged how bad this can be. You lot say, oh, it's going to rain outside. Let me wear my umbrella. Let me just carry an umbrella. Then you walk out, it's a mad storm. You should have bought a big jacket. You should have bought extra stuff, more layers, just to be ready for it. You guys underestimated the storm. Simple. And now we've lost. Every game we lose, we're going to be pissed. I get it. But trust me, we were cussing Chelsea just the other day. There's cusses Chelsea were getting. What I have to give them, they've done enough for me to wait till the end of January at least before I criticize them and say, oh, no players are coming in. Oh my gosh, I need to wait. How much things have been in the media, but Ineos have done separate things. We didn't even know we're getting Amorim. So listen, until January 31st kicks in.
No, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. I'm just emotional right now. You know what I mean? You feel me?
I hear you. I get it. Every new owner, if you look at the City owners when they first came in, was it 2009, 8? They made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. If you look at the Chelsea owners, they made a lot of mistakes. Todd Bowley made a lot of mistakes when he first came in. Like, new owners always make a lot of mistakes and then they learn and then they get better. That's what's going to happen. The idea that the Qataris would have done a better job, I don't believe that for a second, man. The thing is, in the modern game with FFP, owners cannot just pump money into the club willy-nilly.
They can get rid of debt, though. They can get rid of debt.
They can get rid of debt, but look at Newcastle. It
would make it very minor.
They have major restrictions on how much they can spend because the owners cannot just pump unlimited amounts of money in. You need to run a prudent financial business. And that's why I agree with a lot of the decisions they're making. We were giving Gil, who was Gil, what's his name? The previous... No, David Gill. We were giving him $1 million a year. We were spending $500,000 for our Christmas party. We were giving staff we were spending all this money. We were a charity. Manchester United were a charity while we were losing $300-400 million over the last 3 years. So, like, the idea that fans are complaining that we're cutting this, we're running a failed business. You have to cut everything. The only thing that matters is the first team, the men's first team. Once that's successful, then you can start to dole out money and spend money here and there. But until then, you need to cut everything. And I agree with what they're doing. They'll turn it around, I believe, but it'll take time, man. It's going to take, and they're going to make more mistakes.
Yeah. I'm going to get these super chats in before I get Faz in as well. Ashley
Yeah,
says
can I answer one or two chats quickly as well before Faz? Just want to make something clear.
Big up. Ashley says he spent a decade of managers catering players to the players have to adapt to Amarin, if not leave, except this is a write-off build for 25,
Literally
26.
facts.
Andy says Ruud should have stayed till summer. Board mistake. Disagree with that one. Suleiman says, even if we get relegated, I won't change my mind. I don't feel this way with Ten Hag, Mourinho, or anyone. Amarin will save us. Okay, big up to you, bro, Suleiman. How many managers have won the Premier League with 3 at the back? Antonio Conte of Chelsea. We should protest in Ineos ASAP, the Rats. Poison Chalice FC ever since Fergie left it. The feeling when you hear Bournemouth fans say they are not worried about us anymore. Big up to the boss and Abraham.
Yeah, the boss. I want to answer the boss.
Made no mistakes, mate. And Saeed, you've been saying this fan base is a problem. They're impatient. Reaction FC isn't exactly what you're doing after every defeat. No, I'm not. I'm just portraying what I'm seeing right now.
You are, Saeed, because you just said to everyone at the start, and I watched you. I watched before I locked in. You said, you know what? The suffering. I'm done. I can't even do it. So you've admitted you can't do it. You admitted it already.
No. I'm just not doing it with these players.
Nicked, mate.
No, hold
you
on
are nicked. You're nicked. Go in the cells, mate. You're
listen,
nicked, mate.
Listen. No one can ever envisage how bad it was. I thought it would be bad, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Hence why I've now changed my tune in terms of the suffering that I was talking about.
I disagree.
No,
Sorry, I don't know if you remember that show we did where I said you guys were saying Europa League, we should try and win Europa League, so we can get back.
I'm done with that. That's done.
I said we should not. I said we should not even be in there. I said
been everything. I remember, Brian. I watched that show.
Every minute we need should be spent on the training ground. That's literally what I said, because this team is bad. I've clocked, when I start clocking this team, really clocking this team, people are not going to want to hear it. But after what happened to Ragnick, I said I will never trust these players in my life. Never again. And
Brian, and we fell into that trap after Ten Hag, technically, because we was like, even a better manager can get the best out of these players. So
that Ten Hag season, when we're going through that really good run, right? It's not to toot my own horn or anything. I remember fans were getting very excited when Ten Hag was winning games. I said, this team is not there. We're not there. We don't have the players. We don't have the players in this Manchester United team. We don't have any world-class players. We don't have any really specially talented players. Our team is full of just some are functional. That's it. Bruno Fernandes is functional.
So what Rhino you're saying is that you lot basically are reactionary, and you lot should have saw 6 losses in 11 games, and you lot are moaning for no reason.
We have no rights.
That's basically what you're saying.
We have no
that's what you're saying.
Saeed,
that's what you're saying.
Right.
You're saying accept the reality of losing six losses in 11 games.
Yes,
and guys, stop complaining. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna fix it.
But it's not. To be clear.
No, that's what Rhino's saying. That's what Rhino's saying.
I'm not saying it's going to be okay.
No, you never said that.
Okay. I'm not saying it's going to be okay. I'm saying
Brian say what I'm saying. He's saying the same thing.
No. Don't do that. You are saying.
Okay, wait. Let's ask the whole. Let's ask him. Brian, do you agree? Brian, do you agree with what I'm saying? Brian, do you agree with what I'm saying?
I see where Rhino is coming from, because I don't think he's doing
you don't agree.
in my opinion. No, I see where he's coming from. I don't think you're doing copying.
Okay.
I think he's saying,
thanks, Brian.
Why shipped? And I think a lot of fans they've kind of not seen it, or they've kind of like underestimated
how bad sometimes.
We are.
You forget.
We are bad guys. Our team is not good. Do you know how envious I look at teams like Brighton? I'm a United fan. I'm looking at teams like Brighton. I'm like, damn, look at their squad.
Yeah.
Look at our
Brian,
team.
do you know what I want to say? We are bad when we're playing a system that should suit these players. So imagine now changing that. No preseason in the middle of everything. These players are going to collapse.
Allow it.
Bro, these players are going to collapse. And I'm not saying this to say Amarim in or out or whatever.
I'll send the link because, bro,
send you the link. But my thing is, Saeed, this, just to address what I said about the Arsenal thing. We're different to Arsenal, but the principles can still remain. That we're going through the similar thing. Same way back when I was talking about analogies with Ronaldo and Garnacho. I still stand by that now. Because you lot don't listen to the message I'm saying. You just hear certain words and just get triggered. What I'm trying to say is Arsenal needed a clean out, and their process was what took them the spell of going through a dark rot and fixing it bit by bit. Yes, they haven't won nothing, but at the end of the day, they haven't been perfect in that rebuild. Their owners have slacked in the last few years of actually giving them superstar players for them to get over the line. So my thing is, learn from what they did, and then we do even better. Ineos have shown that they can fix their mistakes. I'm not saying that Ineos are perfect. All I'm saying is that right now we need to wait and see Wagwan, and we're probably going to go through. We're gonna wait. I think because we're stuck in this new era of look how quick managers evolve teams. We've forgotten that this is United. United's big rebuild is different to Chelsea's one, Liverpool, any other team in Premier League.
11-year rebuild. That's why.
Yes, that's how bad. You lot are forgetting how bad Man United has been, bro. Saeed, you've been supporting this club for a long time. You've been to Old Trafford countless times. They're rot. Don't let all these new managers and Ineos.
United have been though.
Yes, but we're gonna have to go through something for us to see change, bro. And unfortunately, it might be worse than Ten Hag, but at least we saw something, and then maybe we take a bit of blame of Ten Hag, but we still criticize him for a lot of stuff he didn't do. At least Amrin's got a system. At least we've seen stuff. So now, why are we just throwing it all away now? Just because all of a sudden it's not working?
Nobody's throwing it away. Nobody's not saying manager.
Chelsea have lost 3 games in a row. I'm seeing the Chelsea fans saying, oh my gosh. Bruv, their manager's new as well. Let him make. Bruv, are we thinking what kind of mistakes were we anticipating these managers were going to make? What kind of losses was all right in your philosophy, Saeed? The future that you told with, okay, we're going through a storm. The storm's going to be maybe 2 or 3 losses. Yes, it's not going to be that bad. Come on, that means you projected it wrong yourself. So the same way you can criticize me and tell me, what I got wrong or what I'm hoping for, you can criticize yourself the same way, my friend. You get me? So that's all I'm saying. All what's the word? You underestimated the storm. Facts. That's what it is. And if I'm wrong, I don't mind, but at least I've tried. You get me? Because we want to change our mentality. Don't we want to have a different mentality? Our Man City fans losing their shits right now because of what Pep's going for. We need to change them, but the proper fans are just changing. They're criticizing, but they're not fully writing it off.
Because it's fucking Pep. It's Pep.
Pep can still be wrong. Pep can still be wrong. If Pep can be wrong, anyone can be wrong.
He has 6 Premier Leagues in 7 years. How would they want him out?
If Pep could be wrong, anyone could be wrong.
What do you mean anyone could be wrong? Like, you guys gassed Amorim out of your minds. And I told you.
You see? Key word, Amorim. See how he's picked Amorim out of everything I've said? Did I even big up Amorim once? No, I didn't big up Amorim once. So you lot are not listening to my message, but go on, Nadu. Go, you go.
No, before you come, Nadu.
Oh, Faz, innit?
Faz, I just want you to come and say hello to everyone and just give me your opinion. Before you do that, though, I'm just gonna. I think there's a couple of actually 1 second. The man is speaker. I miss you. City and United have had similar issues. Amorim, Pep sticking to their principles, and anyone can see he needs to leave. Ten Hag change and look. With January signing, this team can't beat Ipswich or Wolves. Could be well relegated. Guy, okay, Faz, go ahead and then Nedu, and then Kaz when he opens his camera.
Let's take a 30-second recess quickly. Everybody, calm down. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody relax.
Meditation.
People are saying a lot of things. We're going back to Ragnick said this, Ragnick said that, my man said this. The truth is, we never expected this, right? We never saw this coming. We never expected it. That's the truth.
I saw it coming. I swear to God, I saw it coming. I saw it coming because
please, Nedu.
Nedu is the exception.
No. You wait. No. You know what? I'm going to
Nedu be the exception, man. Just say the exception of Nedu. Just say that and move on.
Nedu, if you saw it, congratulations. Yeah. Well done. Majority of us did not see it to be this bad. Now we're here. We cannot do anything other than go through this jungle. We're here now. We're inside of all of this mud. We're dirty. We've gotten in the mud. We can't claw back again, especially now. Yeah. You lot, me, everybody wanted Marcus Rashford not to touch the pitch. That is happening as we speak. Even in desperate times when you could throw the towel in and put Rashford on the pitch, he didn't. That for me is a big positive. It's a big positive. It's a cultural change in Manchester United to not give in to Marcus Rashford. Big cultural change. How many managers couldn't stand up to this guy? He stood up today. Marcus Rashford did not touch the pitch. He didn't start Garnacho. He's trying his very best to. You can't steer a ship like a go-kart, bro. This is a ship, a juggernaut of a ship. It takes time to steer a ship. And that is what he needs, is to slowly change the direction of this club with the mentality. And I am fully behind what Rhino is saying. We're in it now. Yeah, the fact you're right, we didn't expect this, but right now is the crucial time for him to stick it out. Yeah, it's not how many times you hit, it's how many times you get down and then you get up. Yeah, we gave Eric a huge amount of time to keep showing us. And you know what? If relegation is it, be it relegation. Such is life. If it is relegation, are any of you here, respectfully, are you going to stop supporting Man United? No. The thousands watching this, are you going to stop supporting Man United? No. Am I going to give up my season ticket? No. But it is going to make sure them leech of agents, them players who are sucking off our money, they're gone. If that means I'm going to go and find a bunch of Omari Hutchison, Tyler Dibblings of the world, that's great for my club. That is fantastic for Man United. If being out of Champions League, Europa League, Conference League means that players want to leave Man United and not use Man United as a retirement plan, God is good. God is the greatest. If this is what it takes, then I'm with it. Because the manager isn't an idiot. Ineos are not making idiotic, rash, giving away money anyhow decisions. They got in Ashworth, they sacked him. It didn't work. Marcus Rashford, they're paying him $350 a week. You're not playing football. I don't care if you're the highest earner. Casemiro is one of our highest earners, doesn't play every week. It is going to take time to steer this. Do you get what I'm saying? We have to feel this pain. We didn't expect it, but now you're seeing it. Now you're ready. If we get punched up by Liverpool, no problem. This season, finish wherever we finish, no problem. Long as we don't get relegated, alhamdulillah, God is good, man. We reset next year. If that means the TV licensing goes down the window, so be it. If that means Adidas wanna shag us 20 mil, so be it. If that means that the Glazers have finally had enough because they ain't making the bread, the stock is crashing, so be it. So be it. Because this is what the club is. They gave Marcus the 350 because he sells shirt. They gave Mason the 7 hoping that he sells shirt. They gave Anthony whatever they bought Anthony so they have Brazilian representation in the World Cup. We know how the club is run, guys. Come on now. We can't cry when we were ready to get punched in the face. And, you know, JME said a famous word. When you get punched in the face, it hurts. And now we're hurting, bro. So either now, in the middle of the fight, you either go down because you can't withstand the punches, or you say, nah, man, I'm ready to fight back. And Saeed is also right. Today, I told Rance before, the players owed me, you know. They owed Rhino, they owed Nedu, they owed Saeed, they owed every one of you here. The players owed me, you know. They owed me like they owe me money. They owed me a result. They owed me a tackle. They owed me an assist. They owed me a fucking cross. Yeah? Dallo owes me now. He's in debt. I'm going to text him. You owe me. You owe me assists. Zexi, you owe me now. You got subbed off. Yeah? What now? What are you made of? Can you come back from this? The whole crowd booing you, 73,000 fans against you. Can you come back from this punch? What are you made of? Because Man United been in this position before. Our history, our club's history is based off this, isn't it? Our history is based off this. Our greatest manager, the greatest manager in football, went through this himself. And he took bare punches and he came back and shocked the whole world. So can we do this now? I'm not saying Ruben is the guy to do this, but the players, can you respond? You owe us. Forget everything else. You know, tactics and for everything else aside, yeah? Joe Wellington, he said, yo, move. Dash way. Move, man. Get out the way, man. Gordon told Ahmad, get out the way. Can we play a football game where we are telling the opposition team, get out the way. You're at our ground, man. Get out the way. Eriksen, Casemiro, it's like nobody is fighting for someone else. Saeed was right. The only player that came on today that showed something was Kobe Mino. He came on the 30th minute, and the only thing he could probably do or think to himself is, bro, we're getting punched up. I just got to survive. Just got to survive. You just ride out the rounds. And that is what we have to do. Liverpool, we are going to get punched up, but ride out the punches, man. Don't get knocked out. Respect, lose with respect. And then you live for Southampton. Then you live for the next game, and then the next game, and the next game. It is bad, man, but you all cannot tell me that now is the time to change a manager. Now is the time to get.
Let's hear him. Let's see what Amra's. Let's see what Nedu's.
We'll hear Nedu's side, because you now go and get. And there's nothing to salvage, anyways. I'm saying survive. You can't win the fight now. You can't.
Faz, you know it is. Pep would fix this. Let Pep drive the boat, and Pep will fix this.
Nobody. Not now. But Nedu, you saying done? You're done now. It's over for you.
I did. First of all, I wasn't even trusting this guy to start. And
but you gave him 3 months though, so you trusted him a little bit.
I don't even give him 3 months no more. I thought I could give him 3 extra games, but honestly, after today, I'm like, this guy is clueless. He's useless. He's shit. Honestly, either he's not he's choosing. I just don't get it. Like, first of all, I don't even rate Xerxes. You all know I called this guy out, and y'all attacked me for calling him out before he even came to this team. But why the very reason, like, Jesus, sorry, I'm pissed off. You're making a change at the 30-something minute. It just tells you that you fucked up the whole thing to start. You keep playing Rasmus Højlund. That brother is useless.
Who does he play though, man?
I don't.
Bring
Bring it up front, Martin. Bring somebody from the.
Oh my God! So let 16-year-old, let 16-year-old be the savior. Come on, there, dude, man.
It's not the solution, man. This is what I'm talking about, guys. It's like fans look at the bench and all of a sudden they imagine this Paul Pogba on the bench, or this Martial or something.
That's not even where I'm getting.
My point is, we don't have quality. Like, what are we doing?
Look,
Amorim knew. He clocked it as soon as he came in. He said there's going to be a storm.
He said he's going to be a. What is he doing? What is he trying to do to change it? He keeps playing Martinez. We all know Martinez is rubbish.
Who are you going to play instead?
Yeah.
Play Lenny Euro. He's right there.
So
you have another
Lenny Euro, 18-year-old, who I've also seen lose out on a head as well, even though he's more physical than Martinez. But you're putting your hopes and dreams on a 18-year-old centre back.
I don't care if I'm putting my hopes and dreams on a 15-year-old. Try something different.
Nedu, my bro. In the middle of a fight, if you're getting punched up, changing your gloves isn't gonna make you win the fight.
No, but in the middle of the fight, if you're getting punched up, right? Changing your style will help you out. If you're like Ran said, if you're doing a double jab and they're giving you a left hook, what do? You stop doing the double jab. How about you change your stance? You change your feet movement and give a right hook back.
Listen, Nedu, no matter how much effort.
Nedu's tired, man. Don't worry.
I don't know how you guys.
My United fans need to hear this.
This man out of your mind.
No matter how much
effort, he was going to do better. He's doing shit.
I don't know what fans that thought that.
The club for this. And
I
you
don't know
want
what
to give
fans
him
that
time?
thought that, but
Get
there's
him out,
reality.
man. Get him out. I wish
They-
Claire Lake ran Manchester United. Sack this
brother,
guy
even
tomorrow.
the manager
you
you're
always
bringing in
before,
wouldn't
man.
do as bad.
Oh
Anyway.
my days, man.
The manager you want to bring in, right? Yeah, won't do anything with this squad. The squad is shit. Focus
Sack
on the
him too.
squad they do.
Sack him too.
That's
You
not-
don't rate half of the squad, right? You don't rate
Keep
half of the squad,
sack-
right?
I don't look at this point. Even Ahmad, I'm looking at him sideways because
What are we doing
all
here?
of them are just shit. I swear to God, all of them are just shit. They're all rubbish.
So
They're
you
all
don't rate. Hold on a
useless.
minute. So let's make this right.
They're all
Yeah.
useless.
You don't rate this squad, yeah, but you want the manager to be sacked,
Ten
yeah.
Hag won 2 trophies with them.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah,
But in the process of them
Ten
2
Hag
trophies, though,
won 2
we could have
trophies
went
with
out. We could have went out against Coventry,
Brother, we are 14.
bro.
Cause we're shit.
Because
We have a shit
Because the
squad.
manager is shit.
Oh
No,
my
but
god.
no, hold on a
Oh
minute.
my
You're
days.
focusing too much on the manager. Collectively, we're shit. Collectively,
What's
the
the
whole club, the institution.
Saeed,
We're rubbish.
What style
when
makes
they
you
hired
compete?
when they hired Ruben Amorim, did you be honest with your life? Did you
Yeah.
think we're going to lose this much?
No,
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't.
I did.
Not as
And we're
many, not
losing
as
this
many
much.
as this. No, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna do this whole narrative. Yeah, listen. I didn't think as this much. I thought we'd lose games. Don't get me wrong. I thought it'd get bad. Don't get me wrong. But not as this much. But not 5 in 6. Nobody can tell me here. Not even Rhino smiling and whatnot could tell me that Amber will be losing 5 out of his 6 games. Nobody.
Saeed,
So that right there, I agree with you.
I remember when you guys were going through the list of fixtures.
I don't get
We're
how
going
you
to the
guys
list
are
of
gashing
fixtures,
Ruben Amorim
and we're
for
picking
winning
out
the Portuguese
wins.
League 2 years in a
No.
row.
See,
But
this is
Ten Hag won the Eredivisie 4 years in a row. Like, look, this guy is he's not as good as Ten Hag. I'll say it. He's honestly not as good as Ten Hag. Ten Hag is better than Amorim.
You're asking a relevant
Ten
question.
Hag is better than Amorim. I said it.
This is what
This is what
losses
despise
does to
Ten Hag.
fans.
But
This is what
Ten Hag
losses
is
does to
better than
fans, man.
Amorim. I swear to God.
Let's
You've
fight
lost
off.
your head. You've lost your head, man. You've
I
lost your
promise
head.
you, we are
You've
going
lost your head.
I promise
You've
you, we are
absolutely
going
lost your head.
to die.
You've
No,
lost
no,
your
no.
head, bro.
Kill this
You've
Relax.
lost your head,
You do-
bro.
you-
You've
I'm
lost your
saying
head.
this. I'm saying
You've
this.
Everybody-
lost your head.
I
Everybody
will
calm
absolutely
down,
destroy
down,
You've
this
right?
lost your head.
No, calm,
need
relax.
to seek
What
help.
Nedu?
Fine.
You need
Wait,
help right now.
wait.
Get some
What
fresh air.
Nedu?
Where are you? Where are you
Wait,
right now?
no.
Get some
This
fresh
is
air.
the point,
Please go
Saeed.
outside, Nedu.
Saeed, this is the point. You don't exclude Nedu. Nedu right now needs love, affection, hug. This is what you don't exclude him, because you see what he's doing. He's drive by and he's
Yeah, well
hitting
done.
civvies. He's right now hitting civvies as well. He don't care. It's a massacre.
You know, it's the same
Straight
thing you
up.
always saying when
He
I
just
called
said,
out.
"I'm a Diallo."
It's the
Brukutu.
same thing
Done
you
out.
always. Okay, fine. I over exaggerated with the Ahmadiyya.
You see?
But
You
he's playing
see?
rubbish.
Imagine
But
you
he's
kick
playing
Nedu out
rubbish
now.
too. He's
Nedu-
doing shit. Do you know why? And should I tell you why he's playing rubbish? Because he doesn't understand what the manager wants him to do. Ahmad was literally winning us games just because he's that good.
3 games ago, everyone said he's our best player, and look what Ruben's done with him.
Ahmad has been our best player for 2 years. Ahmad has been our best player for 2 fucking years. I've been saying this. Yes, who has been better than Ahmad in this team?
Yeah, that's such a bad indictment,
In the
because Ahmad
last
has
2
been good for like 5 games.
What player that has played in Manchester United is better than Ahmad Diallo?
Can we ask some relevant questions? What style would make us win in your mind?
4-2-3-1.
Oh my god.
So when we and what kind of players do we have?
What do you mean? What kind of players do we
What
have?
kind of
It's the same players.
No, so basically the same players that can't play football can't really play like technical ball, like play further up the pitch and attacking. So the same manager that you want a style that's probably going to make us succeed was counter attack, which is Ten Hag, who you wanted out. But all of a sudden we get Amorim, who wants to do something a bit more adventurous and expose them to the world to say, cool, look, you can clearly see he's not good enough. So when we
What
want
is
to play
he doing
attacking,
that is
he's
adventurous?
not attacking. Well, we're getting up the pitch,
He's
mate.
playing 3 defenders. Who's playing 3 defenders?
We're getting up the pitch. At
What-
least
we're getting up where? Where are we getting up the pitch?
We're getting up the pitch at least.
How are we getting up the pitch? How many goal chances?
So what happens? So what happens is the Ligt, Maguire, and whoever they jog and they go to the halfway line. That's how it works.
No, I think we're watching the back of your television.
So let me ask you. So
let me ask you. Are we creating more chances? Are we scoring more goals?
Clearly, yeah, because we weren't doing that before. So the style you want is the style that would make us get results. Is a style that you wanted out. Because y'all remember your super chats and the rest of it and all your anger. So what do you want? Do you even know what you want, Nedu?
Of course I know what I want.
Are you sure about that?
I promise you I know what I want.
Because you keep contradicting yourself.
How am I contradicting myself?
Because
I told you and I mentioned this. And you guys will laugh again. I mentioned this before Amorim came. I said we should go and get Marco Silva from Fulham.
But because that's going to make a difference.
Of course. Marco Silva will do better with
Silva from Fulham.
Yes, Marco Silva will do better.
By the way, this is the same one that says get rid of
he fail at Everton?
Standards, by the way, people.
He failed at Everton.
Ancelotti failed at Everton.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
So are you trying? Ancelotti failed at Everton. He finished 14th with them. What are you talking about?
Here we go, man. Hey.
Nedu,
we've lost our heads, man.
Nedu, you need to calm down.
Just
relax.
It's not about calm down. What? Tell me, how is Amorim better than Ten Hag at this point in time?
Broski,
we have a 2-year sample size.
Let me handle this one, yeah? Let me handle this one. Nedu, you are right. Nedu, you are validated. Let me validate your opinions because what you're saying is right. But what I'm asking you to do, Nedu, is just bite down on the gum shield, bite down on the bullet. Stay with me here. Stay with me till the end of the season.
Contradiction, man.
Like, look.
Long as you stay afloat, you will reach the shore, Nedu.
Man. I just don't know how he didn't rate Ten Hag. Hold on. I just don't know, Nedu. How you didn't rate Ten Hag? No. Let me land this point. No, I don't get it. You didn't rate Ten Hag with the same players but you expect this manager to still play with the same players that you don't rate. How does that make sense?
No, what about Marco Silva?
The fact that I don't rate them doesn't mean they can't do better than what they're doing.
No, but to what percentage though?
Better than 14th.
Alright, so let me ask you. If
so 14, what 8th, 9th?
What's the difference?
Better than 14th.
What's the difference between 14th, 12th, 11th, 10th, and 8th? Let alone even 7th. What's the difference?
More 3 points than we've collected.
What's the difference?
It's showing that at least we're winning games. At least we are doing better than what we're actually doing.
What, so you want to go back to progression?
Have you seen progression with Amorim?
So you're happy to win games and not play well. You're happy to not improve the performance.
Look, we can win games and play well. We can play well and still lose. We're not playing well.
That under Ten Hag?
Bro, we've changed the system.
I'm not saying I want Ten Hag. I'm just saying that Amorim. It's not like we're playing better. I don't see any progression. What are we doing better?
You cannot expect. You cannot.
It's just highlight.
Go on.
Ten Hag was just more defensive.
Let me answer the question, Nadu. So under Ten Hag, we were conceding 20, 25, 30 shots a game. Like
that was last season.
No, it wasn't. It was this season too.
No,
we were still conceding. No, that's true. But we were still conceding 15 to 20 shots this season. We were still conceding 15 to 20 shots. Like, it's hard to hear right now, but the underlying stats, they're much better now than they were under Ten Hag. Like, we're keeping the ball better. We concede less chances. The team have the ball in the front. But right now, what's killing us is in those set piece moments. Like those, like we blink once or twice during the game, we lose focus, we lose concentration, and then he's trying to play a more possession-based style.
Set pieces and individual mistakes as well.
What did Ten Hag say? He wanted to be the best transition team in the world. What does that mean? You as soon as you get the ball, you go forward. That means you lose the ball quickly, and the team could get to counterattack you. That's the game we were playing. Now what Amron wants is a slower game. Keep the ball, make smart decisions. And what's happening is a lot of our players. Casemiro today was just hoofing the ball left, right. I don't know what was wrong with him. He's just as soon as he gets the ball, he's booting at 50 yards, and I'm like, what's going on? So these players are getting exposed.
And also, can I add on something to what you're saying as well? Yeah, go for it. And on top of that, the underlying stats he's done without a preseason and without time training in between the games. So imagine when we do give him a preseason and we do give him training, and then we can judge him fairly.
Don't worry, I get it. Don't worry. Neddy wants training doesn't matter. Training doesn't matter. So Neddy wants it now.
He said the other day. You know what he said the other day? He said, I had 3 full sessions with these guys. 3 sessions. Just imagine that.
Should we ask a better question for Nedu? Nedu, do you not think it's a little bit more fair that at least let him get some of his players, as they would call it, like, and then we can maybe say, you know what, he's got his players, he's had a preseason. You know what, if it's no good, if it really don't stink, then he'd be like, you know what, this guy's probably got to go. Then, like, isn't that not fair? At least,
Just before Nedu answers that, not even that. Have we seen? Has he got enough time to teach them something? Because under Eric, it was Superman Scott McTominay saving him on dying moments of the game.
Exactly.
Under Eric, it was Superman Casemiro with headers saving him in the dying moments of the game. It was Marcus Rashford's mad shots from anyhow, anywhere, saving him. It was how many times did we say today Eric got saved? How can you say, Nedu, now that Eric was better than Amorim, but we haven't given Amorim an ample amount of time to teach? And then when you teach, you sit an exam, and then we can say, right, whether he failed or passed the exam or not. Give him a bit of time to teach, innit? Let's see what he can teach.
I have a question for you. When Oli left the team and Ragnick came in, did he have time to coach the players?
Not really, no.
Was there a massive difference?
Not a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Was the difference more than, like? Let me try to phrase it well. Was what the improvement you guys have seen?
The interim period.
The improvement you guys have seen from Ten Hag to Amorim, is it bigger than the improvement we saw from Oli to Ragnick?
Yeah, because we were still losing under Ragnick, so pretty much, yeah. Because actually a style, like, you know what I mean, like a style that I think like we can move on with a little bit.
What's your point here?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So
no, you have to get there right now. You have to get to the point right now. I'm tired of waiting. Why are you making me wait for the point?
If it's all the same, and you guys
get to the point. I like Rhino. Get to the point, man. Want to see results? Want to hear?
Right
now, want to hear your point?
Results. Talk the
real
things,
quick.
Bro.
Go on, let me listen.
3,000 people in this chat. They want to hear results now.
At that point, did you guys want Ragnick out?
Not really.
He was never selected for a long term.
Were you going to? If they asked you for Ragnick to continue as the manager, would you have said yes?
No,
because he wasn't.
So why is Amorim?
But he's not an interim.
It's not an interim manager.
He's an interim. He's a coach.
I don't give a shit if you're interim.
Oh my God, man! Are you using an example of an interim?
Emotional, man. Those points don't make sense.
Can I ask that question? So when Ranier came to United, he hadn't coached a senior men's team for 10 years. He hadn't coached a team in a long time. He hadn't been a coach. Like Amran,
the same Ragnick that took Hungary, and you could actually see the ball, like they were balling during the
year. But international football is a lot different. It's a lot different. International teams, you have a lot of time, a lot of sessions.
So
everyone talks the same language pretty much, and everything like that. It's a lot easier. It's a lot slower paced football too. You can play reserve. You can have a draw, and Austria, you can draw a couple times and then get a win.
Yeah, no one will care.
No one cares.
Bro, listen. For me, you know what it is here.
I'm just trying to figure out what you guys have seen with this Amorim ball to tell you, it's going to get better.
What do you think about the players? Because we're kind of moving away from the point.
Exactly,
what
man.
What do you think about the players? You've not mentioned the player at all. Not one person.
Not one mention of the players.
No matter what I think about the players, they're better than what we are seeing now.
They're not better.
No. That's a cop out. How are they better? How are they
exactly
better?
How can you get?
Nadu, you're treading. We're treading a bit mad, bro.
You don't rate
Nadu, name which players should be better. Name him. Name the players.
Nadu sends the maddest super chats, ripping into the players, you know.
Name the players that you think are...
You've been caught, man. You've been caught out, man.
He's wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Y'all, no. Y'all are not going to play me like that. Look, no matter what you guys say, these players are better than 14. You know what?
Don't give me semantics. Don't give me semantics, man. You're just dealing with semantics, bro.
Before I continue,
No, I agree with you.
did I have
They
a
are
head
better than
loss?
14. They
Yes,
are better
I had
than
a head
14.
loss.
They are.
Right? I did. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I want my team back. But come on,
Turkish
we're better.
allowance, man.
We're better than 14.
Nedu, after that statement, everything is invalid. Have a cold shower, have some food, have a little drink.
Exactly what I
Calm
just
down.
did.
It's okay. We've
Let
been
me-
there. I've been there.
And
I've been
they're
there how
better,
many
by the way. I
times,
agree with
man?
Nedu.
It's
They're better
okay.
14 too.
Nothing a cold shower can't fix, and it's perfectly fine. Like I said, a lot of your points are actually valid. Is he better? We don't know. We haven't seen
We
it.
need to
Nedu, you
focus on
are
the bigger
right.
issues, man. The
here's
biggest
the
issues
thing.
are the players, man.
And then,
And the
dude, here's the
board.
thing. You may be right. Amorim might end up not being the guy. It's
He's
possible.
not going to be the guy.
There's
I'm
always
saying it
a possibility of that happening.
Yeah.
But here's the truth. Even if Amorim is not the guy, these players are not it.
Yeah,
They're not
100%.
It
Two things
really
can be
does
true at the
matter.
same time.
Two things can be true, but
Two things can be
what
true at the
what
same
do we know as a fact? We know as a fact these players are not good.
We
As a
also know that
fact.
Amorim is not doing
We
well.
don't-
We don't know that. That's
we
not.
we
That's
don't
not.
know that yet.
We don't know that yet. We don't know because
So-
it's not big
so-
sample
so it
size.
could
He's
also-
not
even at the
small.
preseason.
Okay. Then, so someone can actually place the argument that we didn't know about Ten Hag. What if Ten Hag could have bought better players next season?
No, but
Maybe
Nadu,
not.
listen,
Oh
nah,
my
nah.
Listen.
Now, Saeed,
He just-
do you know, Saeed,
Don't entertain it. Don't entertain it, bro.
He just
Saeed,
got
do you know
that,
what
man.
it is though? No, but Saeed, do you know what it
Entertain that
is?
shit,
You know
man. I
how
wanna
he's
move on.
thinking, yeah?
I wanna
How
move
he's
on.
thinking. People generally think that
No,
as
he's
well.
right.
But
He's right.
think
I see it a
people,
lot.
yeah, people forget, man. They forget. People forget a
They're
lot what's
trolls,
happening.
man.
Yeah,
And they're just
they don't
trolling.
realize that our judgment with Amorim comes
Listen,
with
I'm not
hindsight
trolling. I
from
promise
learning
you,
from Ten
Amorim-
Hag.
No, you-
We've
you
learned
guys-
from
You
Ten
guys
Hag,
are
and
going-
this is
remember
man.
me saying this.
This
Amorim will
is
get
such
sacked.
a
He's not
this
the
is
guy.
such a skeptical
He's
point of
not
view.
the guy.
It is so easy. It is so easy to come out and say this as a Manchester United fan. This manager is going to get sacked, right? Because it's happened. Logically speaking, it's
And he's saying it anyway, to be fair.
logically speaking,
You always
logically-
when I
no, to be
when I
fair,
said it about Ten Hag,
log-
the same thing.
No, but that
Guys.
was over 2
Jesus
years.
Christ.
That's 2.5 years, bro.
I don't
Listen,
give a shit, man.
2.5
I
year
saw it-
span
I saw it in
versus
3
a
months. The
40
same
days.
thing I'm seeing. It's literally the same thing I'm seeing.
No,
But
it's not the same.
though.
It's two
It's
different
not the
styles.
same.
Anyway, let me get these super chats in. I've got a load of super chats to read out. Guys, there's 3.7k in the building. Please hit the like button. Like, get it to 2k likes. Everyone right now, stop what you're doing. Refresh the stream and hit the like button. Turkish is in the chat. Shout out to Turkish. Said, are you sure this is an emergency meeting? Because it sounds like an emergency meeting. Nah, it's not, man. It's just a catch up, man. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's the therapy, man. I call it therapy now. It's not called this emergency anymore. I'm sorry, but as a Liverpool fan, this is pure gold. Keep fighting and never get anything done. Big ups, been the same 10 years. Why is this guy talking about Rashford when he hasn't played for 5 games? This performance got nothing to do with him. Just allow the guy, man, same agenda. Interpol just announced Eric Ten Hag is #1 on their list. Traps in the building says sack the fans and sell the pitch. I'm loving this. Amrin has hair, Eric Ten Hag doesn't. Told you saying Amrin is going to be sacrificed like Potter at Chelsea because Ineos poor decisions. Ten Hag is levels above Amrin. Amrin ate it. No LB, another formation. No striker, no left wing, no left back. Back him. #1 talking about chances missed by Rasmus Casemiro. Amarin can only play one system, useless coach. Can we take a breath and everyone hit the like button? Nedu headbutt the screen so man know you're serious. Ebuka says Sporting went unbeaten and beat Man City 4-0 with Amarin and he sacked their manager because he wasn't good enough as Amarin, but Amarin is now the problem. And Aslan says Ipswich, West Ham, Palace, Leicester, I could go on, all our better attackers, but this Nedu Bray thinks we should be doing more better. And Arteta changed his style to suit his shit players. Once he got his own in him change, Amarin is naive. It's not change in order to win. Very angish. I
think Ange wants to call
Angish. Okay.
Kaz,
I'm not here to Kaz. Let me Kaz. What have you got to say? We want to try and move on from Amarin. What do you think now? Like, obviously, you know what I mean. Like, is it just a case of riding it out? Like, what are you saying, bro?
First and foremost, he just said it. Bro, you gotta ride out. The thing is, I don't subscribe to the fast food fan base who thinks this win now situation is gonna solve anything with this bunch of rubbish that we've got on the pitch. I would also like to highlight though. I think Amrim, even after 30 minutes, we can all see that he got that lineup totally wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally wrong, and he's allowed to get it totally wrong at times. I look at these players, and I know what kind of players he wants. I think we all do, and just look at them and just think, you're a bunch of waste men. You're crap. You're garbage. You're no good. Like, you could just pinpoint and see what areas we really need. Like, I don't really look at the manager and think, I don't feel anger to the manager. I just feel anger at the fact that we spent 600 million on Dross. Do you know what I mean? That's where it's like.
Sorry, Kaz, just to add something before you continue. Remember, Saeed, also remember this transfer window we just had. I told you it was a 3/10. The only one I got wrong was Mazraoui. The rest were rubbish.
I disagree personally because
and the league.
I personally disagree. I think my only one that I'm
Uganda's our best player.
The only player I look at personally on that whole transfer window is more probably Xerxes, because I do believe Xerxes is good, but I just don't think he fits what Amrin wants, which is fair enough.
I don't think he's good.
I don't think the Lict's a bad signing because eventually, I think the Ligt and the Gartes, they get phased out to the bench probably, if not sold. Like, you got to get
the Ligt is a good player.
The Ligt was never signed to be a starting centre back for us. He was not signed to be a starter.
Well, I disagree with that one.
He wasn't.
For me, like, United need a bunch of transfer windows, in my opinion, to go, and then we can see the product of what the 11 may look like and see what we can go beyond that. I don't think maybe going for Euro in hindsight so early and spending a big part of that budget was stupid, maybe, especially if you've got Kokonkis in the sides and the people that are going to be rated potentially to get chances, just like Euro. But, you know, they've done it now. I just don't think, I'm just not in the zone of hating the manager. I just don't subscribe to it. I don't feel it personally.
Do you believe he can turn it around though, in terms of, like, because now he's saying that we're not going to buy anyone in January, basically. Let's be honest, like, unless we sell, and that's the only situation.
We could finish 15th, 16th, 12th, 11th, or whatever position that's outside of Champions League or whatever. And I look at it thinking, I don't actually care, because you know what? When people say I'm ready to be hurt, I'm ready to go through the pain and all this kind of stuff, yada yada. Is that to me?
No, I'm just saying, I'm muting you, Nedu, because they're crackling in it.
Oh, yeah. So for me, it's like you're ready for all of this and whatnot. You're waiting for like you're ready for the hurt. You're waiting for all of this. You're waiting for that. But is anyone really ready for it? Because this is the result of Glazers. This is the result of inept management from Ten Hag. This is 600 million down the drain. This is good. We're gonna have to accept losses. Like, why in 2025 are we gonna be accepting roughly £30 million, maybe even less, for Marcus Rashford and whatnot? Why have we given out contracts to the point that these players can even debate if they want to leave, because you have to pay them out a certain amount if they do leave? It's like, this is just the result of how poorly run United have been. And this is why I don't get onto Ineos, even though there's some faults there. And I look at it thinking, what? Really? Like, ticket prices? Anything beyond that, you can be hurt. I don't care about this not giving 40 grand or whatever per charity. And I don't care about that. Personally, for me, my most important priority is seeing what's going on the pitch. We've already lost this culture at United. We've lost so much over the years. So really and truly, we need to rebuild that once again. If that can happen, we'll see. If not, then, you know, feel free to go subscribe to another club, innit? Like, right now, some people are talking like Chelsea fans. They like Clear Lake, like Nedu. Go over there then. Because for me, I couldn't give a shit. I will still be here regardless. And that's just me personally, innit? We can all talk about Ruud van Nistelrooy, but if Ruud van Nistelrooy was in the same position, we'd say, oh, but why didn't Ineos go out there and go get a manager? That's just me, innit? That's just my.
I don't know why you're taking a shot at me for saying.
No, it's just an example. It's just an example, not you exactly, but I'm saying the kind of responses. Do you get what I mean?
Ineos have got, bro. Ineos have got a big, like, I don't know. Ineos, they have got a big job on their hands now, because if they underestimated this, boy, they are in for a rude awakening, bro. They've got to stop all of this nonsense. Got to get rid. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but you've got to have a plan. You say you're the best in class, you have to prove it now. Like, genuinely, a lot of people are Ineos out. I don't blame them, man. You get me? They what they've shown so far is not good enough for the standards of Man United. They need to have a plan, starting from January, starting from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1st of January. If we don't start hearing that man are leaving and man are not coming in, then, bro, we are going to finish 16th, 15th, 16th. That's where we're going to finish this season. I'm
Is
sorry.
the Casemiro rumors true? They were from Brazil. The reports from Brazil.
They're saying the journalist is reliable, so maybe. Possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
So
He's
guys,
gotta
if we finish 14th, right? Let's just say we finish 14th.
Yeah.
You guys want to keep this manager?
Yes.
Yes. Well,
Fresh season. Fresh season. One game a week.
I think it's fair to let him have his pre-season and get some of his players in to see what he can do with these new cool players.
One game a week. I don't know if he'll improve 1 game a week, but he'll have more time in the training ground at least.
If Manchester United finishes 14th,
yeah,
you guys will keep this manager.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy upon my soul.
Yeah. Because you know why? Because we're looking at the bigger issues being not the manager, but the actual club.
If Manchester United finishes 14th.
But where were we when he came in? Where were we?
How so he had almost the whole season.
About 11th, yeah.
11th.
He had almost the whole season. He dropped us down, and you guys will keep him. Come on, man. Where are our standards?
Yeah, because you know why? I'd rather get rid of all of these players first before the manager. You're letting the manager lose out. You're letting these players win, and that's your problem now. Because what will happen is a new manager will come in and give these players the same chances. I'm not here for that, man.
You guys forget that.
I'm keeping him. Call me crazy, call me whatever. I'm keeping him.
Saeed is right because part of the reason why I wanted Amorim is because he is not going to bend his principles. This is why I wanted him. I didn't want a manager to come in and some people are saying this, oh, you should cater to the player. I didn't want that because the players are not good enough. We don't have a Mo Salah. We don't have a Cole Palmer. We don't have any of those kind of players where you're like, okay, you should play him in his best position because he will win us games. We don't have that. We don't have any of those players. Like, what are we doing here? So there's no point. We need to clean house, and we have the right manager to do that because at the end of the day, he's not going to bend his principles. Nope. He's going to stick to it, and the players are either going to be good enough or they're not. That's it.
I don't exactly look at him and think Graham Potter either. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yo, Monday, I'm gonna get off anyways. Sorry, I just
love, man, love.
Yeah, love to everyone. Enjoy your last
year
of the year.
Love.
Yeah, take it easy, people. Happy New Year to everyone as well. Yeah, take it easy.
Love.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't look at him and think Graham Potter. Graham Potter didn't conduct himself properly. I don't think he's set standard. I think Amorim is setting for me, I feel like for what he says and whatever, he's setting a standard. He's ready to drop the Rashfords and stuff like that. And so you don't have to be it. So that's just the way I look at it personally.
Ineos out before manager out, man.
Another thing, like if I don't get how you're dropping Rashford, but you're not dropping Bruno. You're not
because Rashford asked to leave.
Huh?
Because Rashford asked to leave. He wants to go.
But I don't think he said that's not the reason why he dropped Rashford.
It's the application, right? You can for whatever. I don't rate Bruno, right? But at least he's professional, right? You know Bruno's going to turn up on time. He's going to do everything he needs to do to be a professional player. That's the bare standards. And then Rashford is not even meeting the bare standards. That's why he's not been in the squad.
But how about Rasmus Højlund?
He's crap.
What are we talking?
No, he's not a good player, but he meets us. There's a difference between a shit player.
Zexy the same. Like,
how does he keep seeing 90 minutes?
Who do you want to drop?
We don't have another striker.
I don't know what he was a drop for. I swear down.
Who do you want to play? Who do you want to play instead of him?
Look, I don't rate Zexy, but at least give him the 90 minutes you're giving Højlund. Try something different.
We've given Zexy 90 minutes.
Zexy started games. He's been horrible.
And Rasmus has not been horrible.
Both of them have.
Yeah, but Rasmus at least runs.
Played more than the other. How about try the other one?
What are we doing here? Well, between
he doesn't
shit
run,
and garbage.
Okay. The thing about Zexy is he can't run. There's a problem, big problem. If you can't run, you can't play. He can't run. The Serie A suited him. It's a slower league. You know, you don't have to get out of third gear. You can just jog around, move. He loves that. But if he's asked to run, chase, tackle, he doesn't do any of those things.
The manager has actually profiled him correctly and played him in a position that will allow him to play between lines. And he's struggled.
Number 10?
Yeah,
number 10?
Like he's
not number 10 in this system. He's not playing between lines.
He's horrible in that. He's much worse in that role than the striker position because he's scared of. Like he was so scared of touching the ball today. As soon as the ball touched him, he wanted to get rid of it really quickly.
And Newcastle is probably the worst game for him to have played. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, no.
They are a very difficult team. They press really hard. Listen, people were calling out. I remember when Ugarte was linked to Manchester United. People were saying that he stunk out in PSG playing against Newcastle. They're a tough team to play against, and if your team is not 100%, everybody contributing and running.
Brian, talk about how they writ off Ugarte. Talk about it.
You're gonna get eaten alive.
Well, that's my guy, man. Rhino, man.
He's our best player.
Without Ugarte, listen.
He's our number one player.
But again, he's not the savior, though. Let's not act like he's the savior.
Who's our number one player?
Ugarte has been, without him in that midfield, we will struggle far worse than we are struggling right now. No one is saying he's Iniesta. No one is saying he's Xavi.
Saeed, thank you for letting me on, man. Look, it was great. It was great chatting with you guys. Ugarte is our best.
Not our best player, but for me in midfield, in terms of performances, without him in that midfield, we're going to struggle. We need his legs. We need someone that's going to at least put in tackles. Today, who put in a tackle in midfield? Casemiro.
I'll give you Casemiro, but then he went straight to the other player, the other team again.
So, like at the end of the day, I think we just lack quality. That's it. Like I don't know why people are making this such a big thing. It's just quality. We lack quality. We don't have good players.
It kind of showed today. They showed today though. Like we don't all agree. As soon as Kobe came on, Newcastle kind of just got nullified a bit, and people say no, but they just dropped off naturally. Like what? No, they didn't. We nullified them. I don't remember them having a sniff in the second half. Like that, maybe they did drop off maybe a few yards, maybe Trippier injury, whatever. But it goes to show it. Just one personnel can change our whole situation.
The thing is, I agree with that point, but he's 19 years old. He's going to be up and down. I like what Amaran's doing with him. He's trying not to play him too many games. Yeah. Like play him 2-3 games, take him out. Play him a couple of games, take him out. He's 19 years of age, man. Like, and he's going to be up and down. He's going to lose the ball sometimes.
Bro,
physically as well.
Bro, he played well
physically as well. He's not ready. He's not ready for the rigors of.
He's not best player.
But that's what he should be doing.
No, but I'm saying that he's going to be up and down. Just generally about Kobe.
I agree.
He's going to be up and down.
That's what Zexi should be. That's what Rasmus should be. That's what even Ahmad should be, in my opinion. This guy should be coming on to the game. Imagine if you had a team of we actually had quality players and you were bringing on Ahmad. Like that's the depth level. That's what we should be at Man United. You're bringing on Menu. Then you're like, yeah, we have a team, but they shouldn't be our key players. They shouldn't be our core players. Ugarte, you're bringing him when you're winning a game like this against Newcastle. You want to shut up shop. You're bringing Ugarte to come in and tighten up the midfield. That's what it should be. Not Ugarte is our savior in midfield or
the foundational level of United. It does need to improve, man. The foundational it's not strong enough. Right. A lot of these starting players should be bench players.
He did say
this,
by the way.
Shouldn't even be in the squad.
Yeah, all of them need to go, man. And this comment here, big up to Ramadan. Big up to he says you wanted Arsenal to sack Arteta. Find me somewhere where I said I wanted them to sack Arteta, because I was actually praising him at the start for having a philosophy. I said that he needed the players, and I can show you a proof of a tweet, which I did say that.
People be saying
I said
weird
Arteta
things.
Just needs good players. The philosophy is there.
And look who's laughing. And look who's laughing.
Yeah, Liz is laughing. I know. I said I agree. I said I agree. So at the end of the day, I wasn't telling Arteta and Arsenal fans to sack Arteta. So for me, you're wrong on there, mate. And that's why I'm saying this manager.
I say you had that one a little bit preloaded, a little bit quickly, innit? That was fast.
You know it is. People just, the receipts, I don't know. No, Ramadan's my guy. Yeah, he's always on the channel.
Chelsea.
But for me, I never said to Arsenal fans sack Arteta when he finished 8th. I never said that. Again, for me, I don't think this situation is about Standards FC. It really isn't. It's deeper. There's a deeper issue than just getting a new manager in and expecting it to be different. It's not. Yeah. These players cannot be part of that new manager. They can't. They can't be part even January. If we had a January transfer window to get rid of them all, I'd get rid of them all and play the youngsters for the rest of the season. But obviously, that's not realistic. But there needs to be core issues, deep-rooted issues that need to be getting rid of before I can say sack the manager. I told you, look, for me, it's just narrow-minded for me to believe that right now. It's just not going to solve anything.
And Saeed, the thing is, I know you've been heavily critical of Ineos, but I think Sergio finally gets that. And that's why he sacked Dan Ashworth.
Yeah. But I'm not also gonna say to myself, if he keeps on losing games, that his job's not under threat. Like it might be. He might not be the guy. He might get sacked. But you know what, man? for me right now, these players cannot get away with murder again. Like they can't, man.
Again,
I have faith. I have faith in Sir Jim. I know a lot of people don't.
I do.
I have a lot of.
Is it blind faith though? Be honest.
It's not.
No. So I listened
decision.
to I've listened to a lot of his interviews. I listened to the one with Andy Minton that he did recently.
I'm a see it to believe it, bro.
The thing is, he knows. So he was angry that Bruno got extended. We extended Bruno's contract. He's heavily involved now. He's there day to day. He's heavily involved day to day. Like if you don't think he's making a lot of the decisions at United, then you haven't been paying close enough attention. He's there making a lot of the decisions.
So when does your belief change when you don't see things happen in the summer? So you're just gonna basically just have that belief that the manager or the owner is gonna get rid of a lot of these players.
No, it takes like 24 months. It'll take 24 months. It's not. These are not. It's a lagging indicator. Like it's not. You don't make changes within the club today and then see an improvement next week. You make changes today and then the impact. So you'll hire new scouts or you'll change the way we do contract. You'll do all these things. That impact is only seen 12 months, 24 months down the track. So you have to give them 2 years, 2 to 3 years, for them to change the fortunes of the club. But in between then, you're going to have to see changes. So this summer is going to be big. See what players they sign, how much. Yeah. So I think they'll spend money on players. But what they don't want to do, and this makes a lot of sense, is spend money on David Gill, spend money on Sir Alex Ferguson, spend $500,000 on this charity, and then $500,000 on this charity. Like we were spending money everywhere, and no wonder why we were losing money. I think these are smart decisions. Obviously, it hurts when people lose their job. It's not a good thing. I think we can all understand that, you know? People have got families, they've got people to feed. That hurts. But we were losing significant amounts of money. And also he understands this club playing list needs to be ripped up. They wanted to sell Rashford in the summer. That's why Rashford was upset. He found out that they were shopping him around in the summer. Rashford found out that they were looking and there were no buyers. And we didn't lower and we should have lowered our asking price even further. We didn't. We ended up keeping him. Rashford found out and he was sulking the whole time. And then him and Amram got into it, and now it's just a complete mess. But we should have got rid of him. The Bruno contract extension. Honestly, at the time, I was like, why did that happen? The Bruno contract extension. Why are we giving a 30-year-old another 2-3 years? Look at Mo Salah and look how strict Liverpool are being with somebody who's one of the best players in the history of the Premier League. If Mo Salah was a United player, we would give him 5 years at $500,000.
£500,000.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but Liverpool understand that things can change in a second for people that are 30, 31, 32 years old. They're smart. They understand. They don't want any dead wood at the club. That's the number one way for you to become from a successful club to a failing club. You got all these dead wood that are overpaid, that are not performing. Because now the standard of the whole club starts to reduce. You know, you've got a 500. Well, he's on $500,000 a week, and he's not performing. And that's what Bruno was like. Bruno was like, Rashford's on $350K a week. Why am I on 200,000? I want to be closer to Rashford. I'm the one that's performing. I'm the captain of the club. So we ended up getting closer to Rashford. So it's a whole snowball effect, and we should have been stricter in the summer. We failed in the summer in that sense, and that's why Dan Ashford's gone.
But that's the same guy.
I think Sir Jim placed a lot of faith in Brailsford.
The people he hired, yes.
Yeah, and he put a lot of faith in Brailsford, and Brailsford was like, yeah, we should get Ashworth, and they brought him in. They were already talking about Ashworth a long time before even we hired our CEO. So I think,
facts.
Mistakes are going to be made, and Ashworth came in and, he's one of those that backed Ten Hag, which was a big mistake. We shouldn't have backed Ten Hag. It was clear that he wasn't what was needed. The squad needed to be cleaned out, and we didn't do that. We should have sold so many players. Bruno, Rashford, Shaw, Mount, all these guys should have been gone. But look how much wages we're paying these guys. Over 100 million. Like all this, like that's the money that we could use to sign 2, 3, 4 world-class players. So
you know what's crazy, Brian? The craziest thing is when a player gets injured, like Shaw or Mount, the first thing I hear from United fans is like, "Oh, we have to sell him." Who's buying an injured, overpaid player? No one's buying. If a player gets injured,
is gonna be a long rebuild.
No one wants him. Even if you give him, look how long it took Martial to get a club, because he was consistently injured. He had to go to what is he? Is he in Greece? Is he in Greece?
AK Athens. Yeah.
Look how long it took him to find a club, because he's consistently injured. No one will want Mount. No one's going to want Shaw. No one's going to want Malacia. Like these are like people don't want it. Like they're worth nothing to you if they're injured, and you're not going to pay their wages. Even if we said we'll pay 50%, 60% of their wages, and you can have them for free, no one's going to want them. So, like, yeah, we're in a deep hole, man.
Do you know what's good with Jim Ratcliffe making these decisions? It puts even the players on edge, because far too long players have just been on. They've been coasting. Sure, these sort of players, they've been coasting. They're not worried about their positions. They're not worried about incomings and outgoings. So if the staff are losing jobs, the players are ultimately commodities, so they can not lose jobs, but they can get sold on and so forth. So that little like steelness that Jim Ratcliffe has brought, even if you might not agree with some decisions that he has made, he's making decisions and he's cutting losses. And the thing is, at Manchester United, we're Manchester United. We should be the optimal team, not just in football, in world sport. Do you know when people go to the New Zealand rugby team, they go learn, see their methods and see how they act and their professionalism. That Man United should be that in football, where teams come to us, watch our professionalism, watch our training facilities, watch our standards, and say, look at that. That institution is the best. It's top notch. It's ruthless. That's what we should be.
That was us in 2002
and Champions League.
Yep.
That was us in 2002, 2001. I think Real Madrid saw our facilities and went and built their own training complex because of how good ours was. That shows you the standards, how far it's dropped.
Nedu says, Ramadan says, you rate Amrin highly, but keeping him after 14th is laughable considering you have a better squad than most of the clubs in the Premier League.
I can guarantee you right now, we do not have a better squad than most clubs in the Premier League. I don't know where that's coming from.
You finished 8th last year with the same players. How could you accept 14th with a better manager and an improved summer window? And shout to Assad here. Listen, I don't know, man. Listen to me. For me, like I said to you, I'm going to make it clear. There is no manager out for me. And ultimately, we have to see out this rebuild. I'm not here to sack another manager while these players are still here. So that's my opinion. This is what I believe in. And it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. You can moan, you can cry. It is what it is, man. But for me right now, bin the season off and start again next season fresh. If it means out of Europe, it means out of Europe. Simple.
I know, it could be worse. It could be worse. You could pull a 1.15 billion squad and still lose 2-0 to Ipswich. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you.
It could be 5-6 years into a process.
But big up Clear Lake, though, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out.
They have an amazing squad, though.
Yeah, they do.
Why can't you know what Chelsea did? I just wanted to mention this. You know what Chelsea did? They own buildings around Stamford Bridge. Yeah. This is how they got around FFP. I don't know if you guys said they owned the hotels around Stamford Bridge. What they did is they sold it from the Chelsea Football Club to Clear Lake Capital to make it look like they made 60, 70, 80 million dollars. So that's how they got around FFP. They sold the hotel for themselves. They sold the hotel.
How much is the land around Old Trafford worth, really? Can someone? I'd like to know. Why can't Ineos? Why can't Man United sell it to Ineos?
Oh yeah, don't worry, done. I will glaze Chelsea when they win. I think you're doing something good, but still, there's no excuse to not lose to fucking Ipswich after forming a absolute unit of a squad.
We've spent close to them. We're not far away over the last 5-6 years.
The biggest difference between Chelsea is that they've gotten class players who actually can
young players that are hungry.
Exactly, big up Biggie third, man. That's why I don't believe in it.
That's why they'll continue to spend on something new. Like they'll go and get.
Ashworth was involved. Ashworth was involved. I know people say that Ashworth wasn't officially started, but he was involved.
They caught him sending emails to Barada. He was clearly involved.
No. So if you read The Athletic, one of the things that Ratcliffe was pissed off at was that Ashworth said, I wasn't at the club at the time, even though he was directly involved in the decision making. So he was already involved. People say.
Let me just get this last super chat before we wrap up, man, because it's too late, man. James Dello says, can't believe anyone would try to justify small scale savings on Alex Ferguson charity staff, etc. I would expect from Chelsea chat, not United. Listen, man. For me, it's about what plan there is, man. All these savings and that, you got to have a plan after this, man. You know what I mean? That's where I don't believe in all the charity stuff. You can raise certain things and whatnot, but not charity stuff, man. That's poor, man. That's
The only way Sajim can get around that is if he comes out of his own pocket.
Yeah, and he's not gonna do that.
He could do it, but
you know, he might do it, but it won't get blown up by the scale of what's it called, the media or nothing. It won't get highlighted. Anything to get onto United in any sort of way, it will be done. But anything beyond that,
he's already invested 300 million into the club.
What about all the public?
Not to the Glazers, 300 million into the club, and there's a limit on how much owners can inject personal wealth that contributes to FFP. You can't just inject untold amounts of money. There's a limit. Like I think it's like $350 million over a certain period of time that you can inject into.
It's the reality, mate. What do you want him to lie, Nedu? You want him to lie? Do you want the manager to lie to us, man? This is the reality. Got overpaid players, yeah.
He said it was embarrassing, though.
What people want.
He said it was
embarrassing.
You know
what Nedu wants? Nedu wants a little bit of a manager bounce, yeah.
No, he wants Ten Hag back.
He wants
no, forget that. He wants
a sugar hit, Saeed. He wants a
sugar hit. You want a sugar hit, yeah, and then it lead to nothing, and then get back to the same problem. That's the problem. We literally same cycle. Nedu is literally this. He epitomizes the same cycle of Man United. Get gassed, go back to square one. Get gassed, go back to square one. That's what it is. The manager told you already. Yeah.
Why do people think this squad has an optimal formation or optimal system? It doesn't. We've tried 4-3-3. We've tried 4-2-3-1.
That's what I'm saying.
We've tried every system. Now we tried a different system. The only thing I say with this system is just make variations to the system. So instead of playing Mazraoui as a right wing back, play him as a right centre back. In the system, you can play a 3-5-2. It doesn't have to be a 3-4-2-1. You can play Anthony potentially as a left wing back because Delon keep cutting inside and it's just ruining our outlet. Anthony can maybe cross balls in, got the energy, got the probably tenacity to come back and so forth. And obviously we'll have 3 defenders, so it'll support him in that way. And also if you have 3 midfielders, for example, Mainu, Kassé, Ugarte, then you've got Mainu who can roam a bit and he's not in a 2, he's in a 3. And then with the 2 strikers, Højlund's not isolated, which is a big problem of his. He's got a partner with him. So we can make variations to the system. We don't need to scrap it all. The thing is what people want, they just want to paper over the cracks. And then a season down the line, they think, remember, we won the FA Cup. But the reason we won the FA Cup is because we papered over the cracks for too long. A team that wins the FA Cup should be doing successfully in the next season. So why were we not successful the next season, the following season? It's because we covered the cracks.
Deep it is our attacking options.
He turned us into a captain.
Think of our attacking options, yeah. Højlund, Xerxes, Anthony, Nacho, a Rashford that don't want to be here. Yeah, cool, Ahmad.
Yeah,
bro.
And whoever else.
For the manager,
is that better than Utara, Evan Nilsson, what's his name on the right hand side, Semenyo, and Cliver? Like honestly, let's be honest with ourselves. Is that attack really going to do anything? Is Pep going to get anything out of that attack?
No.
And we got Mason Mount who's injured, who's also crap, and then also Bruno who's clearly regressing, who thinks his shit don't stink. So when you look at all of that, you think don't get me wrong, it stinks, but can I expect a manager to get something out of that? Oh, not too much.
But new manager, guys.
I love Ahmad.
New manager will fix it, guys.
That's not like Lee, innit?
I haven't seen a United player put in a good cross since Mazraoui. That cross, I think, to Højlund. We don't do the basics. It's mad. You always see the first man on the corner. Like I don't understand.
Regulation. Do they have a clause in the contract if we get relegated?
I mentioned this on Twitter, and I said I hope they have a break clause in their contracts, because if we do get relegated, there's you can't take this kind of wages into
80% wage reduction. So I'm sure they got something like that to protect themselves.
But guys, I urge United, for fans who don't understand, who have never seen a big club fall this much, because I think a lot of our fan base are pretty young in my opinion, especially the ones online. You guys need to go do your research and just see how clubs fall. Like just go look at it, and it will shock you how teams that are very great and they just fall off and they disappear. It can happen. Man United have no rights in life. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to succeed. It's just the reality. For over 10 years, the Glazers bled the club dry. The players don't care. Like most of them don't care. They really don't. You know, they're being paid hundreds of thousands of pounds to do nothing. Sure, has seen the inside of a hospital bed more than he's seen Old Trafford. And we're paying him over £100,000 a week.
And the thing is that a lot of these fans, they perpetuate this. Like, for example, only if Shaw can be fit, or only this, only that. We can't do if buts and onlys. We need to be we need sustainable, high quality players. That's what we need in this squad. All these yes, no players, 50-50 players, they gotta go. Look what Casti said. The forward line is so weak. It's so weak. Garnacho came on with half an hour to go. I didn't know one thing he did. I didn't even realize he came on.
He lost the ball almost every time.
He can't play the man.
He can't even say the 10.
But the fans will
continue to Højlund.
The fans will continue singing Viva Garnacho.
Very
the fans are going to continue singing Viva Garnacho. Well, bloody Xerxes, he ran into the changing rooms to cry.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad. Listen,
crying.
I'm gonna wrap
Did he actually go to the
up.
changing room to cry?
I don't know. He went toilet apparently. I don't know.
I saw him come out with a Luke same mode, to be fair.
But listen, man, them, everyone go bed, or actually get on with your day if you're in America and Australia. But listen, man, United don't need our stress. Yeah, love. Big up to you, man. United don't need our energy to be wasted right now, man. Them, man, they don't give a shit about us, innit? But you, man, 1.7K in the building. Please hit the like button. And it is what it is, man. You get me? I'll go bed and I'll just forget about it, man. Simple, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go bed, and in the morning, I'm just gonna act like nothing happened. That's it. No, man, no, real talk. I'm hurting now, yeah. But when I wake up tomorrow morning, it's a new day. Yeah,
I feel I read the mentality, man.
It's a new day. I cannot think about this tomorrow morning. Yeah, I must get with it. Yeah,
Liverpool coming up, bro.
After
Liverpool will wake you up. Don't worry about that.
Yep.
I'm gonna sleep off. I'm gonna sleep it off, guys. I'm gonna sleep it off. Bro, Eli Pundit, thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Love coming on, guys. Again, listen, the one way I actually stay away from my United stress is by buying a whole bunch of colognes. I have so many. Every time United lose, I buy a new one. So if you guys want to hear my opinions, look at me on TikTok and stuff. I know maybe you guys will have something that you get for the new year.
Yep. Dark times ahead, man. Absolutely, brother. Rhino. Believe. Yeah. There we go. Kaz, big up to you for coming on.
Big up, man.
And Wasim, thank you, man.
Yeah, big up. Thanks for having me on. Big up the panel.
Wait, did you say something, Saeed? My bad.
Go on.
Yeah, go ahead, Rhino.
Oh, no, my bad. Yeah, I'm just playing a bit of pro clubs right now. Take my mind off it, you know what I mean? What was you asking? You just saying big up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Goodbyes and that. Yeah, now big up the chat, smash the likes, love to all of the man them, and yeah, we just got to ride at this storm and hopefully see something. You feel me? Hopefully we'll see, man. You feel me? But yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, there you go. And big up Wasim as well, who's just said bye-bye as well.
Big up, boy.
Guys, we're going to raid Stuffy. Stuffy's live. Go to Stuffy's channel. Raid him. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe an upload in the morning. And then Straight Jacket podcast with Nuruddin, Mina, and Musa. And then that's it. And then it's New Year's Eve, apparently. That's what they call it nowadays. Listen, 2025, 2024. What's the difference, man? You know what I mean? You know,
these days, we always call it that.
Is that what it's called? Okay, say no more. But guys,
Head loss.
I don't know anymore. Like the video. We're